Hello, YouTube. It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about all things going live and monetizing your expertise. So, whether you have a physical product or digital product, whatever you have, you want to offer a solution to your audience. So, we're going to talk about what you need to do to make sure you know your target audience and that you're hearing and listening to your target audience and that you're offering a solution for them. So, don't forget to like this live and comment as well so we can know who's in the room, and then share it out. We'd appreciate any shares you can do. And then on top of that, if you don't mind going to my channel and commenting on one of my shorts and liking it, and if you have not subscribed, subscribe as well, and I will do the same for you. So I am doing that. I'm trying to make sure we all level up and grow. And my moderator, yes, Michelle Crochets, she will be here shortly, and I want you to do the same with her as well. So go to one of her shorts, comment, like, and subscribe. And she will do the same for you. But she is awesome at making sure you understand all things YouTube, and so that you can be successful this year. So she is a great person to connect with. I was just talking about you. How you doing? Yes, Michelle Crochets. Good morning, friend. So I was just talking about you. I was making sure I did my opening and making sure people know about you as a resource to them. So definitely connect with her. I'm actually about to go like my live. I got to go to the channel and like it. And so I can do that as well. I'm here and you're awesome. You're welcome, friend. You are so welcome. So we'll see. I just liked it. Okay, awesome. And I'm going to go to my other channel real quick and like that as well. Let's see. Let's switch and make sure I am doing all things to support the channel. That's what we're doing this year. So I don't know if you, Michelle, let me know if you had a chance. Did you have a chance to come to any of my weekend lives, the 4 o'clocks? The 4 o'clocks, we've had a guest, so I'm probably going to talk about that a little bit on the live today, so people know. Let me get my voice warmed up. So people know about a new venture, a new adventure. That's probably what I would say. That I am participating in on TikTok streets, and that is the weekend is crazy for me. Yes. I think you told me that you were pretty busy this weekend too. No, the crafting event was last weekend, but obviously you're catching up on everything else because you're so busy doing the week too. So I get it. Weekends are bananas for me too. And so, I'll recap a little bit because the last couple of days I've had a guest come in, and it's a live host agency for TikTok Shop. So she is starting that up. Her name is Jessica, and she is part of, she's the founder of Live Legion Agency. And so she's accepting applications currently. So I want to make sure I mention that to you because you might be a good fit if that's something you're interested in doing. But essentially, go live twice and support several people in their journey. Oh, that's you were doing your your notes. Gotcha. And so yes, so it might be something you want to consider. Let me know if you want to talk offline about it. I put something in the other chat, not the UBC chat, but the Launch Your Income, because people were talking about it, and so I made a few comments about it. But let me know if that's something you want to talk offline about. So if you want to recap, if you want to catch up on what happened over the weekend. Okay, so. You're talking about to me. Let's connect. Okay, awesome. I'll probably talk about it because we've had her in the room the past couple of days. So if you hear anything in today's conversation that piques your interest, let me know, and I will. We can definitely talk offline. I was supposed to have a 2 o'clock today. The person they said they're not feeling well, so they're not going to meet with me. So I actually do have 2 o'clock open. But so So let me know if you end up, if your interest is piqued, then you might be like, okay, let's try to get a quick chat in. These kids have energy. All right, let me get to going. I'm gonna get to going on TikTok. Good morning, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income. Thank you all for coming in. We're going to talk about all things going live and monetizing your expertise. Okay. So, whether you have a physical product or digital product, consultation, solutions, whatever you're offering, you want to offer that solution to your target audience. So, we're going to talk about how to do that with ease, how to do that with confidence, how to do it in a way that you are showcasing your expertise with your community. So thank you so much who all are coming in. Micah, thank you so much. Fox, thank you so much. So we're going to get started in a second. Patrice, thank you so much for being here. And let me know if you have any questions. Bella, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Leanne, thank you for being here. We're going to get started. Apple, Fojoy, is that it? Fojoy. How are you doing, friend? So we're going to get started. This is my Level Up Live, my Level Up conversation. I appreciate you all coming in. And I'm going to like and share out my live. That's something you want to do early in your live. Tapping your screen. Sassy, thank you so much. Maya, thank you for joining, a friend. Appreciate you coming in. So we're going to talk about all things going live. I do a 4:00 go live with ease, as you see up there. And then we're going to talk about how to make sure you are reaching your right audience. Okay. So that's what this live is about. Happy, how are you, friend? Come on in. How you feeling, friend? Thank you all. Simone, thank you for joining. Miss Cynthia, thank you for being here. I go, thank you so much. Keisha, how are you? Yes, I'm afraid to go live. I hear you, friend. So we're going to talk about that too, because I don't want you to be afraid. Okay. So come on in. We're going to get connected. No, that's totally fine. You said laugh out loud. You said I'm afraid. Real talk. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Letty, Jesse, thank you for joining. Destiny, thank you so much for following the live host. And so this is my level up conversation. So Keisha, I got you, friend. I need all the tips I can get. I got you, friend. So what happens this particular live, I want to make sure you know how to go live and how to go live with ease and confidence. And so I want to make sure you understand also, though, if you're doing this live journey, you can also monetize. So the goal is that you want to be intentional about who's your target audience, how do you identify them, and then how do you bring a solution to them. So I want you to be intentional about that. Thank you, Michelle. I see your friend. Thank you for the congrats. I need to get the tablet though, so I can be vertical. I'm being a little impatient, so we'll talk about that too. Happy, look at your friend. Thank you so much for coming in. I am talking the short stuff. How are you, friend? How are you? Come on in. Estate strategies. Thank you so much, friend, for coming in. So you guys heard me talking in the background. I am talking to my moderator. I co-stream on YouTube. So I'm co-streaming right now. And I want to make sure I'm building out my channel. So go to my channel also, Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. That's on YouTube. And then my moderator is currently there. Yes, Michelle Crochets. You want to connect with both of us. We are here to support you. Yes, Michelle Crochet, she plays in the YouTube streets. That's her playground. She comes over to TikTok and she's learning and growing over here too. So you want to connect with her because she knows a lot about YouTube. She's actually my supporter. She's my person that I meet with weekly to talk about my YouTube channel. We talk about TikTok and going live, but we're both learning in these two platforms. So I want you to take advantage of this opportunity to connect with people who can help you grow. Okay. So yes, Michelle, she's over there now. Connect with her. If you go to either one of our shorts or our channels and comment, like, and subscribe, we get notifications. So that's good. So if you do that, we're going to go to your channel. Go to your channel, like, comment, like, and subscribe. You got to subscribe last because YouTube is very particular about watch time. They don't want fake engagement. So you got to watch content. So we say just watch a quick short video, comment, and then like and subscribe. So that's what we're doing. We're leveling up this year. I appreciate you so much. And so Keisha, you got questions? Okay, I talk about something I'm passionate about. Yes. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. How do gift works? Okay, let's go there. We will go there. So what I teach in this room and what I share with you are things I want you to go to your channel. Thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. I want you to go to your channel as you are going live, as you are engaging with your audience, as you are connecting with them. You want to educate them on how to do it. We had a long talk yesterday, and honestly, y'all, I stayed on for 3.5 hours. I cannot, first of all, my morning time, I don't do that in the morning, but I didn't have an appointment. Cammie's mom, how are you, friend? I didn't have an appointment, so I was able to stay on longer. It was Sunday and I was able to stay on longer. So we chatted. We started the conversation off by, and I'm just being transparent. The conversation was someone has said in the chat how they are doing well with their live room. They talked about monetizing, and we were talking about blocking and muting trolls because the person's room had gotten in trouble with TikTok, specifically about fake engagement. There was some issues going on with their room. And so then someone else chimed in and said, hey, yeah, there's live hosts out here that will block and mute you if you don't do the daily heart me. And I said, well, wait a minute. I call foul on that because here's the deal. And this is what I teach. People, you should teach your community how to engage with your live. And you can't just block and mute people or kick them out your room if they don't understand how to properly engage in your live. So the first step is to do exactly what my friend Keisha did and some of the others that came in the room. You come in, you tell people how to properly gift, how to properly engage. You are a first time gifter. Look at your friend. You know what to do now. That is what you want to do. Awesome. And you are level 1 because of that. I'm going to talk about that blue box you just gained from doing that. So first thing I tell people, thank you. You're welcome, friend. First thing I say, when you come into our room, well, you want to do the daily harmony. That is the first step. But there is free support. I want you to understand there's free support and there's support you need coins for. The support you need coins for, I see Alex in the short stuff. The support you need coins for is actually the support that TikTok says, okay, I see you. Let's make sure you are leveling up. Let's make sure you got that blue box. Let's make sure you got that orange heart. How do you get those things? Because that's what TikTok is really paying attention to. Because those are the points that you're gathering because of your engagement. Okay. So I'm going to tell you how to get the points. I'm going to tell you how to properly engage. I'm going to teach that. And I want you then to take this information, okay, and apply it to your life. Okay. This is not about just Dr. Lisa. This is about all of us. When I say you come into a live room, you are in a relationship. Okay, y'all, whether you like it or not. When you come into someone's room, you are in a relationship, and everybody got to do their part in a relationship. A relationship don't work with just one person doing one thing. Everybody got to work together. So here's what happens, and I tease and say you're in a threesome actually, because it is a threesome. It is TikTok, it's me, and it's you. So we all got to do our work and our part, and TikTok has this platform for us. And so TikTok says, okay, live host, you're here. You're here to entertain, educate, and inspire people. That's my job. And because of that, you'll get diamonds and you can monetize because you are doing what you need to do to support your community. And then TikTok says, okay, viewer, I need you to do something too. I need you to engage. Okay. And because you engage, good morning, friends, because you engage fully and properly, then I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you points and I'm going to give you other access and benefits that you can leverage on this platform because TikTok wants you to stay, to be consistent, engaged. I say TikTok, TikTok. When I point to my watch, that clock is ticking and they want that clock to keep ticking while you are here in this app. Okay, friends? So good morning. How you doing, Georgia? I think that's Georgia, GA. I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate all you others who are coming in. You said, wow, that's it. That's the secret sauce. If you want to level up with your blue box, if you want to get TikTok live access, if you want to get TikTok shop access, it's about your engagement. It's about your engagement here. If you want people to engage with your content, it's about your engagement in lives and how you conduct yourself, how you are connecting with people, how you are being intentional about what you're doing. So that's what I teach. So I want you all to be intentional about your efforts here. So free support. Keisha, you are doing it. You said, Dr. Lisa, you only got to tell me one time, friend. You just got to tell me one time and I know what to do. You really didn't get to how to give yet, but I understand the assignment. Okay. I love that. I appreciate you, friend. You said, I just need to learn. I'm going to sit here and listen to you and get all I can out of this experience. Thank you so much for the information that you give. You're welcome, friend. Like I said, I don't get keep you laughing at me. I'm going to follow you. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. You said, me too. He said, I appreciate your guidance. Okay, so that was just my precursor because I want you all to do this. Because what happens is there's live hosts, and I get it. You get into your own little rhythm. But at the end of the day, if you are not telling people how to do this and how they can do it, that's the thing about it. I'm not just saying, oh, only Dr. Lisa can do it or only the other live hosts can do it. No, we all can do it. We all can do this. It's just a matter of you doing it and understanding how to do that, how to play the game essentially, but also how do you engage? How do you monetize? How do you level up? How do you monetize above and beyond this live stream? Because if you're connecting with your audience and if you are being intentional about what you're doing, they will support you. That's it. They will support you. You said, I wish they had a handbook. No, they don't. I mean, they have the Live Academy that gives you some tips and strategies. If you go, once you get live access, you go to the Live Academy. There's some videos there. But really, you say you are amazing. I appreciate that. There really isn't a handbook per se, friend. I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things, but there's really not a handbook. I would read it better. I get you because I'm a learner too. I love learning. So Dr. Lisa, I have a PhD, I have a master's in business, and I have a master's in social work. So I'm a lifelong learner. I'm a student all the time in everything I do. I even bought a course for learning how to do digital marketing. So I get it because I like to look and see, okay, let me know the rules. But at the end of the day, you just kind of go and you learn, you kind of pick up stuff. Like I said, the course helped me when it came to digital marketing. There's a 2-hour course on TikTok live streaming. So that was helpful. You said me too. Yeah, that's it. So let me share this though, because I want to make sure my friend GA and Keisha and all the others that are in the room. And if you're new to me, put in the chat new so I can see you and I can support you. Hi, Daquan. Daquan is like one of the few people. He started doing that, and I'm gonna say he because I'm assuming. Let's see, because from the photo it is a he. um, and so he does that, and I don't get offended. I don't get offended. You're one of the few people I let put the little symbols like that, and I do not get offended, friend, because he doesn't say anything else but hello. How you doing, Coach Ruby? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining. Um, Yes, I'm new, but I'm glad I came across your live. I appreciate it, friend. Come on in. I appreciate all you all who are joining. Okay, really quickly. So we're going to talk about engagement. Thank you so much for being here. There's a couple different ways that you can support the room. I'm getting my notebook. I'm new too. Okay, GA, I got you. And let me say this. Let me do my commercial again. There's a few more people in the room. I co-stream. Co-stream. And there's my moderator. Yes, Michelle, she came to the room. You want to grab her, guys. I'm going to say this right now. This is the person you want to take with you. Yes, Michelle Crochets is my moderator on YouTube. You can see her name all in my YouTube channel. And she is in the room. Hi, friend. She came to get her points. So what I do is co-stream. So I essentially have live access on YouTube. I take this particular live, all my lives, and I download, I save them essentially and save them as a playlist for TikTok. So there's a playlist on my channel. So if there's anything I say today and you need to go back and you want to look at the playlist, it is there for you. Okay. So go back, look at the playlist and watch what I say. You can look at the timestamp because I'm still learning the whole YouTube. And yes, Michelle Crochets, she's my coach. She's helping me. And like I tell people, you want to make sure you have the right people supporting your journey. So she's my person. She plays in YouTube quite a bit. YouTube is our playground. TikTok is my playground. And so we're supporting each other. I'm teaching her TikTok. She's learning. I'm learning from her for YouTube. So you want to make sure that you are grabbing people who can support you. Okay. How do you download the whole live? Download in your TikTok, go to your live recordings. But what I'm doing is since I'm co-streaming on YouTube, it's just going to be a recording. It's going to be saved on YouTube automatically, which is why I did it that way. So I don't have to go back and download it on TikTok and then upload it on YouTube. I'm co-streaming. So all I have to do is it on, because I did it in Live Studio, I made it a public link. I linked it already to the playlist. As soon as I end this live stream, you see where it says in live stream? As soon as I click in, it's going to be there. Okay, so it's an automatic upload for you all to go back and watch. Yeah, so I did that on purpose. Like I said, this is our level up season, friends. I am not playing games. And what I teach in this room is something I don't gatekeep. I tell you what you can do. I tell you how to do it. I tell you what I'm doing. You ask me questions. I answer your questions. That's it. Kim, just do it. Yeah. So I have a web camera. I'll even show you the web camera I got. This is the webcam I got. Yeah, I know it's backwards. I should mirror it, but when you go on YouTube, you'll see it too. But yeah, that's the webcam Insta 360 link to see. That's the one I got, and I was starting. Let me say this. Good morning, Lilac. How you doing? Let me say this really quickly. I started on my son's tablet. Okay, I I started on his tablet. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. I'm not going to sit back and wait for this to get to a number of followers. You need 50 subscribers on YouTube to start. I had 50 subscribers back in early March. So I could have done this all of March, but I didn't start until April. It's like April 7th or 8th. So I started in April. And then I was like, oh, well, let me just use this tablet, prop it up here. The sound quality wasn't great. The image wasn't great. I was off center. It wasn't perfect, but I did it. That's the thing. I did it. Thank you so much. And so that's the thing. You just got to go. Just do it. Okay. You can't be scared. I tell you all the time, my subscribers in the room, I say, do it scared. Do it scared. Because if you wait, you're waiting, letting time pass you by. Okay. I'm going to do a quick, I'm going to pin the Daily Heart Me Goal. TikTok has that in there. Where did you get that wall? Yeah, that's absolutely. Thank you. You know what? I get so many compliments from that. I honestly, I don't remember. It was either TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Marshalls. It was nowhere special. It was about 6 years ago. It was a long time ago too. So yeah, it was nothing special. You know how when you get stuff, it was I was COVID, being home. I ended up going, got out at one point, put my mask on, and went and got something for the wall because I was home doing working remotely. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. You said I would love to have that. Yeah, yeah. It was, I mean, you might be able to find it online, but yeah, it was like one of those stores like some years ago. So I've had it for quite some time. Indeed, she did use her son's tablet. Mariaxa, you're so funny. You said yes, she did use that tablet. She did. The recordings are out there because they're on the playlist so people can go back and look at it. They'll see it. They'll be like, girl, what was you doing? People like, oh, girl, really? You did not have that baby's tablet up there. But yeah, so I'm upgraded. I've upgraded. Now we still got some upgrading to do. I still got some work to do. This is not perfect. And so I gotta do some editing and download and play with my thumbnails. And so Michelle tells you everything you need to pay attention to. Okay. So it is a process, but I am engaging. YouTube is a long game. It's not something you just overnight, oh, I'm viral, oh, everything's perfect, I'm monetizing. No, you got to have 50 subscribers. Subscribers are not easy to get over there. It's not like TikTok. TikTok, you can get your subscribers, your followers. That's what we call YouTube is subscribers, TikTok is followers. You can get followers fairly easy here. Much easier rather. YouTube, people got to be, first of all, you got to hopefully have people have a channel that they created or a Google account that they created so that they can then subscribe to you to that channel essentially. If they're not logged into their their Google account, when they hit subscribe, it won't work. They got to take that step. There's a step you got to take that some people don't take. Because guess what? If you're an iPhone user, you don't necessarily have, and not Android, you don't necessarily have the Google account already automatically set up. You know what I'm saying? So that's a step that people have to take. And then also, YouTube is a search engine. It's like Google essentially. It's owned by Google. It's a search engine. So people just go there, search what they want. They look at a video and they out. And maybe they may look at another video and then they out. But at the end of the day, there's a step people have to take. So I tell people, I want to be intentional about this. I want to educate you about it because it is a process, but you can do it. And so what Michelle and I, yes, Michelle crochets, and I'm Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. If you go to one of go to our channel, go to one of our shorts, watch it, comment, and then subscribe. You got to subscribe last because YouTube is particular about fake engagement. Fake engagement, you can't do that because that's essentially they want you to watch. That watch time is important. So they want you to watch a video. So you just can't come on somebody's page and hit subscribe. You got to actually comment, watch, comment, and then like and subscribe. So if you do that for us, we will go to your channel and do it for you. Do it to a short because we get a notification. We get the notification that you did it. And so when you come to my live, I would love for you to come to my live too and like and comment in the live. But the short is where I can go back and see it pretty easily because I have that notification there. So just do that. You get 2 people, and then hopefully you can get your community to do the same for you. And then before you know it, you have enough subscribers to go live. He said, I'll support you on YouTube as well. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much. And then you have enough supporters that you can go live and grow your channel. This is our growth season. Okay. I don't teach about, just sitting back waiting to see. I say do it. Do it scared. Do it afraid. Do it so you can start monetizing. The consistency matters. All that plays into your growth. Because if you don't do it, you're not going to grow. That's just the reality. Good morning, Dr. Lisa. Love your teaching. Appreciate you, D. Comment on the short. That's it. Comment on the short. Like and subscribe, friend. That's what we're trying to do. So yes, Michelle crochets. She's somebody you want to work with. I'm going to say that now, friends. She is somebody that knows her stuff. So let me do that. Let me catch up on comments. I see my friends. Good morning. Good morning. What is my YouTube name? It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Same name. What's the biggest BB? Let's see, friend. I don't know if that's a real comment, but we got to stay focused. Sorry, friend. I don't know if that was a real comment, but we're just going to stay focused. Okay, let's do this. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, engagement. Keisha, you still with me? GA for Georgia, I think. You're still with me? Let me know if you're still with me, friends. Gerard Hernandez, thank you so much. I see you, friends. Send friend, thank you so much. Tanya, I'm just listening. I appreciate your friend. I'm here for you. Okay, so here, I was starting off by saying engagement. We got our flash goal. Did we meet our flash goal? Hopefully we did. Hey, Tanya. Hey, how you doing? We got 2 more for the flash goal. 10 more minutes. We'll pin it again. That is, if you haven't gotten your daily heart me, I'm going to talk about that because that is part of what you want to do to energize your room. You want to get the daily heart me. You want people to come in and grab that. So if you are new, how you doing, Miss Darlene? If you are new to my room, I said put in the chat new. I know a few of you commented earlier that you're new. And then if you are one of my friends that is a live host, you are going live. What time are you going live? What's your topic? And don't forget your time zone. Put that in the chat too for us, okay, friends? So we can see who is in the room. Tanya, you said I'm new. Tanya, I'm about to give you homework, friend. I appreciate you joining. But you just gonna get some homework from me. I got to give you a little homework. Let me give Tanya our homework real quick, and this is for anybody else. My homework, folks, because I want to make sure you guys are optimized, and TikTok knows who you are and what you're all about. And when you come into a live room, you understand how to make sure you are able to engage properly. Okay. Thank you so much. Kim, you said relationship coach going live at 6:30 today. That's PM. And what time zone is that? Eastern? Okay, friends. So my friend Tanya, homework. Bio. You got to have words in your bio. So right now it says no bio when I look at it. So TikTok, and let me make a caveat. If your account is private, yes, okay, PM Eastern. If your account is private, it won't let you show the bio. So if your account is private, I tell people, you can still be anonymous, okay? You can have a nickname. You can have an image that is not your face. You can have faceless content. You can still be very anonymous if you choose to. But what I say is don't turn on the privacy because it stunts, it limits your opportunity to grow your page. People often don't engage when they don't see a bio or if they have to request to follow you. They're like, okay, you don't need my request. You don't need my follow if I have to request. So what I tell people is just be intentional about that. If you want to be anonymous, do it in other ways. Now, if you don't have a bio and you haven't written one, you got to have words there. Those are the key words for TikTok to know who you are and what your content, what your page is all about. So as you write those words, you want to be intentional because ideally it should align with your content. And then TikTok will say, okay, let me put you in a category. Maybe your travel, maybe your finance and money management, maybe your relationship, whatever, maybe your humor, whatever your category is, TikTok will say, okay, the people are looking for that. We're going to push it out to those people. And ideally your viewers are people who want to engage with your content. Okay. So if they're engaging with your content and connecting with your content, commenting, doing all the watch time, and they're doing that, then in turn, what will happen is that TikTok says, okay, well, these people like it. Let me push it out to some more people who like it. The people who are looking for this type of content. The people who said that they want to know about finance, they want to know about travel because they're looking for that. So we're going to push it out to them. And then those people engage and then they share it and repost your content and then it gets viral. So that's how viral happens. But you got to start with having words so that TikTok knows who you are. And then when you come into a live, people in the room will know who you are and they will engage back with you. How you doing, Sandy Beach? What do you think is the most amount of niche 3 should be on your bio? For example, that you're saying. Niche is keywords is what I call them. Niche could be a part of what you're talking about. Like if your niche is crafting or your niche is, like I said, money management. Probably 3 is the max. You don't want to confuse the algorithm too much. So I think it's important to just try to be as focused as possible. So my bio says I'm a live host, a TikTok live host, and I help you with monetizing. But essentially, I talk about making passive income overnight. So TikTok understands that I talk about live host content, I talk about monetizing, and then I've introduced this other concept, which is part of it, and which is your brand. So I talk about branding. And so between those 3 things, and then TikTok says, okay, you do a little motivational because I motivate you too. So TikTok understands my page and I'm being very intentional about who I'm talking to, how I'm engaging with them. I'm talking to beginners. That's a lot of what I do. I talk to beginners to make sure you understand how to navigate this space. Um, and then sometimes, and I understand my demographic is a reflection of me. So a lot of times I'm talking to beginners, but I'm also talking to people who are maybe Gen Xers, maybe baby boomers, maybe some older millennials that are coming in and they're like, okay, I want to learn this social media stuff so I can make some money. Okay. So I'm here intentionally so I can make that money because I'm not a little kid. I want to make sure I'm not just consuming information. I'm learning how to do this myself. Okay. So that's what this is about too. So, and that was me. That's my mindset. I'm like, okay, but I also know I'm introverted. I also know I'm shy. I also know I was doing it a little scared at first. So I get that. And I understand how to connect with those people because, again, I was that way. And I understand what it means to be consistent. I understand what it means to be engaging as a live host. And I understand how to teach my audience how to do that when they become live hosts so that they can teach their people. And then I talk about each one, teach one. Like we are all learning, we're growing together. So if you know your audience, you know your community, you know what they like, what are their pain points, what are their challenges, what are their psychographics in terms of what they think, what they value, what their interests are, and then you know again that demographic I talked about, then you can support them. So that's what this is all about. And so when you talk about niche in your bio, you can put some keywords that are relevant to you, like maybe you're a retiree, maybe you're passionate about learning digital marketing so you can share it with others. Like there's some terms you could put in there that are still reflections of who you are in your demographic, but also this overarching niche that you're going to do. So like I said, digital marketing or money management or something like that. So yeah, I think think keywords is what I would say, and then maybe one, no more than two niche. I really like how you explained the process. Thank you. I thank you so much, Cinefusion. Yes, digital art in absorbing like a sponge, friend. That's it. That's it. Are there things we can't say on a live? Yes. Portia, how you doing? Happy Monday, friend. I see you. How you doing? Holla cute. Good morning. Yeah, you want to be careful about well, it's probably better to say you shouldn't curse a lot. Let's be real about that. People do it, but you shouldn't. You got to remember this app really initially started out for kids. So as you're talking to your audience, recognize unless you have your content disclosure on and your audience control, you may be talking to minors. So just make sure your content is appropriate for a broad audience if you don't have those controls on, okay? Or what you're saying essentially is appropriate because people are coming in and out of your room. Now, ideally, and I always make this caveat, your message should be directed to your target audience, to the right audience for you. Okay. Because those are people you want to sit and stay in your room and connect with you and grow with you, essentially. But you want to be careful about eating and drinking. I say not too much eating. Drinking is actually a no-no. So when I have my coffee cup here, I'll sip it over here. I'll come off screen so you don't see me. Because TikTok doesn't know what you're drinking. And again, minors might be here. Okay. You want to be careful about I don't hold my ink pen too much because there's a whole thing about vape pens and all that stuff. So TikTok's a little strict. You can't drive. Driving is a no-no. You will get shut down immediately. Okay. I subscribe. Woohoo. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate your friend Glow. How are you, friend? Thank you for coming in. Hey, Dr. Lisa, how you doing, Nikki? That's really good to know. You're welcome, friend. Look at you, darling. I'm going live early today at 12 Central, 12 p.m. Central. Yes, you are. You're going live early because you got that meeting with Dr. Lisa later, too. I appreciate your friend. This is a good question. Yes, yes. So just know, there's things you want to say that is you want to be careful about talking about making claims or talking about sensitive topics that could, be triggering for people. So again, your content disclosure is important. So if you're going to talk about, health things that you've dealt with and overcame, talking about things to deal with mental illness, again, your content disclosure, your brand, who you are, what you're talking about is important. Now, you got to be careful with some words. Some words are triggering. And TikTok will say, okay, that's a no-no word. Or people in your chat making comments, they could get muted or filtered because of it. And so that's important. There's some words and some things that TikTok will just block, and it's against the community guidelines essentially. So you should know those words. Like I said, commenting anything that's hate speech, anything like that, derogatory, it could be triggering. Even and people try to get around it by misspelling stuff, but you can report them and you can mute and block them. I'm quick with the mute and block because if it goes in a space that to me is insensitive or rude or trolling like behavior, I don't engage too much. I was like, oh, let me get you out of here. Or if it's something that's totally off topic, they're like, okay, read the room. My title, my room is in here. It says this is a go live and monetize your expertise. So I don't need you to be talking about other stuff that has nothing to do with my room. So I will mute and block people quickly because of that. So it's one of those things where I'm very intentional about that. Oh, yeah, you gotta be careful. Yeah, video said, yeah, and my daughter said, no. I was talking about, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a no-no. Again, those words are trigger words. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. How you doing, Tanya? I see your friend. Book, thank you so much for being here. That's really good to know. 50 taps. Thank you so much, Miss Darling. We're gonna tap. I get to talking and I didn't even Keisha, I didn't even go through my spiel, friend. I'm about to go through it now. I know it's last night some comments were filtered. Yes, yes. And TikTok will filter comments. Yep, yep. I went live last night. Did you really? How was it, friend? How was it, Carolyn? Thank you so much. And that's where you notice your comments were filtered? Yes. So if you go into the comments, you'll see where TikTok will block some words. So go back and look at the words that may have been blocked because maybe it wasn't intentional. Again, words have double meaning. And so I really like how you explain the process. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. So it just some words have double meaning. And like Sandy Beach said, her word that she used, I'm not going to say it, Sandy, I'm not going to say your word because your word could have gotten filtered, but she meant it in a different context. And TikTok said, no, we're not going to let that, you got to be careful about saying that word because it could have a different connotation. Thank you so much from Virginia. How do you find what was filtered? When you're in your live, if you go into the more, it's 3 dots, click that. You'll see settings, and then there's comment settings, so you can see it. It wasn't bad. I did it as a celebration of going live, so played games and just tried icebreakers. That's awesome. Oh, sorry. No problem. No problem. You could have got filtered. They didn't filter you. Good morning. Good morning. I'm new here. How you doing, Linda? Appreciate you being here, friend. Thank you so much for joining. So let me talk about activating the room because I've been on live for about, 35 minutes. And I usually spend time talking about how do you activate your live. So I'm going to go back a step because we did the live goal, flash goal. That helped. I'm telling people all the time, do the flash goal. That helps to get things kind of energized with the room. TikTok wants you to gift. They like for you to gift. That's part of where TikTok gets part of their percentage. They get anywhere between 60 and 80% of your diamonds, your rewards for going live. So you got to understand what's happening here too. Sorry, you was on the call. No problem, friend. Thank you for being here. I didn't do anything too much. I was just talking about going live. TikTok isn't being nice. Yeah, TikTok could be a little TikTok-ish. So thank you so much for joining my live. I see you over there on my YouTube channel. Yes, Michelle Crochets is my moderator, so feel free to connect with her. How do you go over your fear of being seen as boring when you can't see anyone joining? Oh, okay, that's a great question. At the end of the day, so with my live, okay, yes, Michelle's got you. She got you. Yeah, that's a great question, though, because with my life, I look at myself, you all. So, at the end of the day, I said this before, and I'm not, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be, you know, uh, pretentious about this. But at the end of the day, when you look at the camera and you're going live, you don't have a lot of people you're looking at. So it's not necessarily a stage fright because you're not looking at a sea full of people. You're just looking at some comments and you're reading a reaction from people and you decide what you want to do with that. You answer it, you engage back. But the reality is you are looking at your best friend, the person you love the most in this world. Okay. You are looking at that person, you are staring them in the eye, and you're having a conversation with your best friend. And that's the way you need to look at this. Okay. So if you can't see that you are talking to your best friend and you are engaging with that person and you are able to connect with them, then that's where you need to start at. You got to understand the person you love the most is the person you're looking at. And you got to be able to say, okay, here's what I want to tell you. And that's how you are able to be genuine and be impassionated because you are talking to your best friend. That's it. That's the way I see this. And so, if you can do that and then connect with your audience and make sure they understand your message and whatever you're trying to share with them, again, in this role, you are educating, entertaining, or inspiring people. And so if you can't look at the person you love the most in this world and entertain, educate, and inspire them, then you need to go back and say, okay, what am I doing wrong here? Why am I being nervous with the person I love the most? Okay. So you got to be able to do that. And that would be my my recommendation. Just kind of work on that piece of it and just say, okay, if I'm talking to me, essentially, what would I want to tell me? And that's how you have to do it. That's what I tell people. You're not looking at a sea of people, you're looking at me. Okay. Okay. How about when you box out? What does that mean when you box out? When you have people in the room? Is that what you mean, like multi-guest? I think that's what you're saying. I feel too nervous, and in person, I am not nervous. Yeah, the chat in the room. So you're talking about multi-guest. I had a guest on yesterday. It's funny. I treated like I'm having a conversation with a friend. I had one person in the room that was a guest. I'm gonna talk about that guest in a little bit, but essentially it was like having a conversation with a friend. If you're on the phone, if you have FaceTime or any of the other facial apps that you can talk to your friends and stuff, it's like having that conversation with them. And so again, just be yourself. That's all you have to do. Just be yourself. Ask questions, engage back with them, laugh a little bit. You know, I learned early on, you always want to have a question that you can ask. And then based on that question, you might get another question that pops up. And so you always want to have a question. And then if you have some kind of anecdote to share, you share that. That's it. That's what I would do. So just practice that. Like, okay, in this conversation with this person, we're going to talk about this topic. I know I want to ask this question. I know I want to share this anecdote that I'm going to do. So just have a little bit of those going on. For your live, I tell you about having an outline. So you want to have an outline, especially as you start this process. You definitely want to have an outline going. So that will help you. I actually did my first live today. It was nerve-wracking, but you're right. I love that, Andrew. You said it was nerve-wracking. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. So is as I can understand. Thank you. You're welcome, Dee. I appreciate you, friends. Yeah. Okay. Energizing the room. I'm sorry, guys. Let me do this. So there is two types of support. So when I say when you come into a live, you are in a relationship. That's what this is. It's a relationship between you, me, and TikTok. We're in a threesome. So because of that, we got to engage. So I'm teaching you how to engage in my live, because ideally you're going to take this information and apply it to your live. And again, I tell you about making sure you educate your viewers. Okay. So you got to educate your viewers. Don't be rude. Don't have expectations. Just let people understand that if this is going to work, if we're going to do this little song and dance together, then we all got to work together. Okay. So two things I want you to keep in mind. There is free support that TikTok recognizes. You get points for it as a viewer, and TikTok says, okay, you like what you're experiencing. This live is activated. You guys are here. You're growing and learning from each other, and I'm going to send it out to more people. Okay, so more people will come in. It'll get on the FYP. People will come in and engage as well. So that's part of the free support. And then there's support that you need coins for. So if you click the gift box in the corner, there's a gift box for you to click in the lower right corner. You can recharge in the app. There's a little bit of a processing fee. So I say, you may want to go to the website. The website is www.tiktok.com/symbol coins, COIN. Okay. So you can go to the website and get coins, log in there. How you doing, Alicia? I see your friend. Good morning. Good morning, Bridget. I appreciate you. Look at you, Cecilia. Subscribed. I appreciate you, friend. Awesome. So here's what I would say to do. I want you to tap the screen. We're going to talk about tapping and engaging. And Cecilia and Alicia coming in, they are gifting and doing the support that you need a coin for. So you come in and click the Daily Heart Me. You need a coin for that. I'm going to explain that really quickly in a second, but let's talk about the free support. So tapping the screen, you as a live host can tap your screen. That's totally okay. You'll see up here it says 12.1K. Those are the likes that have happened. TikTok sees this, sees that you like the live, sees that you're engaging. And it says, okay, let's send more people in here. People like what they're experiencing. So you want to tell your viewers, like my live, please. This helps to push us out to the FYP. We get more friends in here. We can all grow and connect together. So as you tap the screen, that pink heart will pop up. There's going to be a line that's going to crawl across. Thank you so much. There's going to be a line that crosses across, and then you'll see where that heart gets fatter. And then it's going to start having little dots pop up out of it. Okay, going to start percolating the dots. And then if you just so happen to let go, you'll see confetti fall on the screen, and you'll see how many likes you sent in that tapping series. And the confetti you see, I don't see it. I just tell people that I don't see your confetti. Your confetti is for you. It's not for me, it's for you. Nice to meet you today, friend. Let's go. That's it. Let's go. I always feel so awkward asking people for that. Booked, you got to tell people how to engage with your live, friend. You do. You got to, and I say, I'm doing this kind of late because I got to talking. I say, you really want to spend the first 5 to almost 15, 20 minutes talking about engagement, because that helps to activate the live. And you'll notice some of the high engaging rooms, they do that. That they spend that time early on, because that's part of their strategy to make sure TikTok gets the room going, things are moving. And you guys saw me do that flash goal. That flash goal comes right around the 10-minute mark. I noticed that. So it comes pretty, your room is not going to have a lot of people early on. So it comes around the 10-minute mark. People start coming in, people start understanding and connecting. So you want to do that. Question: if you are a TikTok seller for products, can you also go live and just converse to share a story? Tanya, when you go live as a business, the thinking is that you're going to promote your business and promote your products. So if you have a business account, that's the thinking when you go live. So if you make it relating to your business and maybe tell stories about being an entrepreneur, maybe tell stories about how you got started with your business, and maybe show a product here and there, I think that's okay. But you're gonna probably hear from TikTok if you just keep going live and operate as a creator, as a personal account. You gotta promote your business. That's the whole point. Or both. You could do both. You could do both, but you got to make sure it's business focused. You got to make sure it's focused on your business, because that's the whole point, that you are here, you're engaging, and you are trying to promote and sell your products. Because TikTok gets, okay, I was confused. Yeah. I would say if you are on your business account, make sure you are also promoting your products, because that's the goal. And don't promote other products. Don't talk about other products. That's a no-no. Because again, TikTok will say, well, wait a minute, it's not related to what you do. So you got to be careful about the words you say too. So if it's related to some other company or website, you might get in trouble with the business. Yeah. So tapping the screen, sharing the live is the other way to show support. Okay, friends, sharing the live, tapping the screen is important, sharing out the live. So you see where that arrow is, it says 60. If you copy the link, you can send it that way. Or you can, and as a live host, you want to share out your live, you can do what's called a power share. If you touch my nose or my glasses, the middle of the screen, press down, you can share it out. You can share out your live to your supporters, your friends. It's a way to get more people in the room. It lets TikTok know that you are here. I always power share my live. I let people know I'm here and I want them to come in and engage. Okay. So you power share your live, and then you ask your viewers. I'm going to ask my viewers to share out my live, share it out, copy the link, and share out the live, because that will again get more people in the room as you share out the live. Good morning, Jackie. How are you, friend? How you doing, Sarah? Thank you for the daily heart me. And then comments. As you are in a live, the thinking is that you are going to connect. You're going to comment. You're going to engage. And so you want to make sure as a live host, you are asking people questions. You are facilitating that engagement. Okay. So you heard me earlier say, hey, if you're a new live host, put your live topic, your time, and your time zone. So you could see that and people can see that engagement in a room. My new people, if you're new, put in the chat new. So again, we know who's new in the room. I can see who's new. I can connect with you. Can you please say about the words we cannot say in live? Yes, Cecilia, I gave some examples a little earlier. You want to make sure you are being mindful of the community guidelines. So cursing is typically a no-no. You see people do it here and there, but you want to avoid doing that, because that's a no-no. If you do it too much, obviously it's going to trigger the algorithm and you will get a violation. So don't do it. When it comes to words that could be hate speech or insensitive, maybe triggering to your audience, especially when it comes to, like I tell people, when you're talking about sensitive topic, maybe you're talking about death or something else, the D word, I should say the D word, something else like that, you got to just be careful, because you don't know who's in the room, who's experiencing that. And then also say, turn on your content disclosure, as well as your audience control, because you might have minors in the room. So again, if you're talking about a sensitive topic or something a little provocative, you want to make sure people in the room are not underage. Okay. So turn those on if you know that's going to be your topic. So my people who deal with mental health, who are counselors, people who are dealing with spirituality and stuff, I tell you, you know what, be careful about not having those conversations, because again, people might come in your room, trauma coaches, those type of things. Turn on your content disclosure. turn on your audience control. And so hopefully you can have an authentic conversation, but at the same time, you're not triggering a violation with what you're talking about. Okay. So turn those on and just be mindful of what you say. If you can't have a conversation that is appropriate for the audience you're trying to reach, you need to turn on your audience control, or you may rethink how you're talking about that conversation. Okay. And making sure that you're able to have it in an authentic way. Yeah. Yeah. How do you put up a disclosure? Keisha, before you start your live, where you put your title, or if you're live on, hit your settings button, scroll down. It's content disclosure. It's like the second from the last. Yeah. And the audience control is right by as you're scrolling down, you'll see the audience control option. It's like midway through the settings. Yep. You're welcome, friend. And when you come into the live, they're both here under more, where those three dots are. You can click it on as you're in your live too. Okay, friends, free support. Sharing the live. Hopefully my live host, I didn't see any comments from my live host, so I must not have live hosts in the room. I want to see what's your topic, your title, and your time zone. I want people to connect with you. Thank you so much for the popular live stickers. And then put that in the chat. And then if I got any newbies, any new people, put it in the chat. Let us see who's here. But in the meantime, I want you also to know you want to connect with other people. How you doing, Chrissy? You want to connect with other people. So you want to connect with people by clicking the @ symbol, and you follow them, and then you say a message, not a message. So this is a no. Don't say the whole scoop. Don't say follow. Don't say gotcha. Don't say gotcha back. Don't say any of that. That is not authentic engagement. That seems as if you're doing a follow for follow. That this is a grow room. This is a learn room. I'm teaching you how to do this. So you want to avoid that, because TikTok will see it as fake engagement if people are spamming and using those type of words in your room. So you want to be intentional about avoiding that. Say good morning. How are you? I see in your bio that you have this particular topic. I love that. I need to come to your room, and visit you at your live. So those are things that you want to do to have authentic engagement, where you are connecting with people. Okay. Your tips are valuable. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, Claire. And so that's the support. Those are the free support. Now, what I tell you is that there's support. Thank you for all the tips. You're welcome. I'm sweet as a cupcake. So spoon me up. That's different. Inspired. How you doing, friend? Thank you for the daily heart mate. Now, the daily heart mate. My people who are trying to get a blue box and levels, the blue or the orange box, I'm going to talk about that, okay? Because now this is where TikTok says, okay, all right, I see you. You've been sharing out the live. You're tapping the screen. You are commenting. You are engaging. And Chrissy, this is a good example of, she said, wait, welcome to the love. That's it. Welcome to the love. You guys are getting love. But welcome to the live. I got your friend. And so that's the way you connect with people. You do the @ symbol and you say, welcome to the love, to the live, whatever you want to call it. And so come on in and you're connecting. Okay. Make sure the person you're connecting with, and it's what I tell you, whatever live you go to, make sure they have words in their bio. Make sure they no longer have that user with all the numbers as their nickname or their username. Make sure they have a photo or image in their profile. So those are the quick test things you can do. And then when you leave, you might want to check their page and see if they got content. Okay. Check and see if they got content. Okay. Because you want to make sure that you can engage with them. Okay. So that's important. Hey, yo, how you doing? Oh, it's Coach Miss Jessie. How are you, friend? That's your other page. Inspired Expressions today. Look at you, friend. You said it's the new page. Love the way you engage. There you go, friend. Good morning. How are you, Mini Cass? Thank you so much. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Heaven speaks. Thank you so much, friends. Kevin B., how are you, friend? Widow, thank you for joining. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing out the live. I appreciate all the shares. We're going to share the live. We're going to like the live, and we're going to continue to comment. Julius, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Good morning. Hello. Hope all is well. It is well. So here's the thing you need to know. So Keisha, let me know if you're here with me. GA, my Georgia girl, let me know if you're here with me. So here's what I want you to do. Tapping is clapping. Yes, it is. It is. Yes. Okay. So now coins, and you did this because you got your level 2 blue box because you know what you're doing. There's a couple things I want you to pay attention to. I want you to, when you come into a live and you saw people doing it, they came into my live. They said, I'm going to say hello. Let me say hello. But before I say hello, let me greet the live host. How you greet the live host. Louisiana in the house. How you doing, friend? Hello. So nice to support the people who support you. That's it. And so when you greet the live host, the way you do it is that you come into a room and you click the daily heart me. Okay? Because here's what you did. You just entered someone's room. You enter their house, essentially. And when you come into their house, you want to greet them. You want to say hello. So it's almost like a daily check-in. That's what I call it. It's like your daily check-in. You come into the room. It says, that screen pops up. It says, join my team. Okay? So you are saying, I'm here to engage. I'm here to connect. I'm not just here to be a bystander and just get all this great information. I want to make sure I am engaging. I want TikTok to know I'm present. I am active. I am doing the things I need to do to level up. Okay. I'm glad you're explaining this. I had no idea. You're welcome, friend. Thank you. Yes, clapping is tapping. Yes, it is. You are so welcome. That's it. So that's what you're doing. You are coming in. You're saying hello. You're saying, and then what happens is if you didn't follow that person before, you instantly follow that person because you just became a part of their team, their fan club. That's the new name they use. And then a screen pops up. And so it says you got 45 points for doing that. You said that this is the place to learn. Yes, it is. It said you got 45 points for doing that. That's what you just got for this room. The daily heart me represents that orange heart that you have next to your name. So that is what that daily heart me represents. It says you got 45 points for engaging in that way. And then a screen pops up and it says, okay, I'm going to give you 30 more points for adding a comment. So you'll notice people will come in, do the daily heart me. They will then click to add a comment. And that's when they say, good morning. Hello, Dr. Lisa. Hi, Dr. Lisa. Whatever they say, good morning, room. How are you all? That's when you see those comments come through because they understand the assignment. They understand, let me get my daily heart me. Let me get them points. Let me say, hello, I'm part of this team. Then let me put my comment in. And then I'm going to tell you all also, you got to go back and claim your points. I am notorious now. Now I have a reputation of somebody who forgets to claim their points. I've done it 3 times. I go to y'all lives. I come to y'all lives. I engage, do all the things, and I forget to hit that claim my points. So don't be like Dr. Lisa. Do not be like Dr. Lisa. Claim your points before you leave. That's a new thing that TikTok added. So good to be here. Thanks for sharing the information. You're welcome, lady. How are you, friend? And so don't be like me. Now, here's what I want you to do. What do you get with the points? The points for the daily heartbeat are points that allow you to level up. So TikTok, it's like an incentive. I think that's the best way to put it. It's like an incentive. The points are not like points you can now go and redeem for, you know, gifts in the TikTok shop. No, it's points that you are collecting to say, I'm here, I'm present. TikTok is trying to make this fun and engaging. People are getting points. There's a couple other features you get. As you come back, you'll get the fly-in for being a part of the team. You get to fly in at the top. Like Brenda just did. She reached, well, that's her reaching level 13. Congratulations, friend. So congratulations on that, friend. Totally innocent is the sticker reward method. That's it. That's it. That's it. They're giving you, it's an incentive. That's it. How do you claim the points? Yeah. So you got to go back and click that daily heart me to claim your points. I keep my bank full. That's it. That's it. So TikTok is like, this was a kids app. So they try to make it as fun and engaging for people to participate. That's it. And so as you are engaging, you get points, you get to level up, you get to get little recognitions that you fly in at the top, you get celebrated, you can end up coming in as a title gifter and you're seen in that way. You get the top viewer. So if you click up here where it says 51 people, you can be in the top viewer box. You get recognized for being up top as a top viewer. TikTok is saying, hey, I'm showing you all who are the people doing what they need to do. I'm making sure that they get all the recognition when you give a gift. You are doing all that needs to happen. And people are like, okay. It is. It is like, okay, wait a minute. I want to be in that competition. I want to play the game. I want to make sure I'm seen and heard and supported. And so what happens is that people see you as a supporter and people want to connect with you. And then they're going to follow you and want you to come to their page. Look at you. Look at this, Keisha. He's like, look here. Before I leave this room, I'm going to be level 4, level 5, level 10. Let me see. Daily Harmony wasn't there when I entered your live. It wasn't. Oh my goodness. Do you need to recharge? You might need new coins. That's probably what's happening. You say yes. Oh my gosh, you're level 8. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You started off with no blue box. Now you level 8 before you leave. Oh my gosh. That is funny. You say you only got to tell me once. And let me say this, Keisha. You already had live access, but you definitely have it now if you didn't know that, because you can go live. So let me know if you didn't know you could go live. Have you gone live before? Um, and we have like a secret code so we know who to follow back from here. No, I haven't. You haven't gone live? Yes, friend, you can go live. You need to go live. Doris, yes, a secret code. Well, Doris, let me say this, friend. You got homework. And your homework requires that you have a bio. So if you have a bio, that's actually the secret code, because people were like, okay, what I teach is that you need to have words there so you know who that person is so that you can engage with them. That's the secret, so that you know who you're engaging with. And so without words, I actually tell you, like, okay, wait a minute, that person may not have their profile optimized. You need to make sure you have words first, but you are engaging because you're not scared to communicate. So that is awesome, because people are like, okay, wait, let me make sure. And then the other secret, I'm going to say this out loud to my people, because I don't mince words. People are judging you based on your level, your blue box level. I'm gonna say that again for you all. You are being judged, okay, based on what your blue box level is. So, good morning, family. How are you? So let me explain what that means, okay? And high engagers are judged more favorably. People with no blue box, because we now know the blue box secret. People with no blue box, they're like, okay, this person is not a high engager. They're not engaging at all. They don't know how to play the game. They don't understand this app because they don't have a blue box. So let me give you the secret on the blue box. So here's the blue box. Okay, I'm going to have to try it out. Yes, definitely. Trisha, thank you so much for being here. Question, you may have answered it. What's the question? Living with sense. Love this place. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I see sometimes I only get half points on the comments when I claim my points. Why? Brenda, half points? Is that what you mean? One half points when your comments? So let me give you the breakdown of points. You get points based on the timing you did it. So if you click where it says 44 people in the room, if you click that, there's a question mark in the corner. It tells you who are the top engagers, okay? You see Sharon, you see Keisha, you see Carolyn, you see Kim, you see Cecilia. These are top engagers, high engagers. You want to pay attention to those people. Those are people you might not want to leave without. I'm going to tell you that right now. These are people you don't want to leave without. So when you click that number up there, there's a question mark. That question mark breaks down how points are awarded. So comments are awarded. You get 3 points every 10 minutes. So if you get half of it, that means that maybe the 10 minutes haven't happened. That, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to pay attention to that. So you didn't get all of your points yet. How do you get the sound effects? The sound effects is under Enhance. Enhance is where you get effects. The sticker, that's a sticker. And then there's the sound effects too. Thank you all who are coming in. Hello, how are you, friend? Trish the Dish, how you doing, friend? So all that is there for you. Let's do this. Blue box. Let me talk about blue box because I just teased on that. Engaging is pretty fun. It is. It is. Good morning. How you doing, Nikisha? Natasha, is that it? Natasha? Um, Good to know about the effects. Yes, learn so much over here. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm a learn room. I get it. I know other live hosts take a different approach, but I'm about learning. If you put a comment and it didn't show up, I didn't read it, TikTok might have filtered you. I say that because I want to make sure, living with sense, I never saw your question. So let me know if you got filtered. You might have gotten filtered, but maybe reword it and send it again. Okay. Um, with When it comes to blue box, if you are curious about a blue box, what is the blue box? Thank you so much to Learn and Earn Room, friend. I see you. I had an issue. I went live. Only subscribers were able to comment. You turned on the subscriber comment. So when you're in the live, click more, and you can go into your subscribers and turn off subscriber only chat. You turned it on. You can turn it off. You turned it on. You might have went to the subscriber area by accident before you started live. And if you clicked around, maybe you clicked it on. And so when you came into your live, it was on still. Yep. Yep. So you got to make sure you turn it off. Yep. I got filtered. Yeah. Is there a way to clean up my besties list for those not grabbing me back? Those are people you're following. And when you go into your profile, you click your following, and anybody who you are following, but you're not friends with them. You'll see friends. If you're following and you're not friends with them, then it will, anybody you're following, you could unfollow the people you're following. That's essentially what it is. I didn't try it. I was working on my stickers. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so that's what you want to do. Yeah, you can unfollow them. Blue box. Put blue box in. Well, put blue box in the chat. Put blue box. Cecilia, great. Put the word blue box if you are curious about a blue box. What does it mean to get a blue box? How to get a blue box? How to level up? All that. So let's put blue box in. I'm going to talk about that really quickly. So when you put the word blue box, I then want you to click your photo. Click your image. It will show your mini profile. Your mini profile is going to pop up. Once your mini profile pops up, you'll see what level you're at. Sarah, you're level 12. Cecilia or Carolyn, you're level 24. Didn't think so. Hawk Talk, you are new, brand new, and you are level, you need a bio too, so you have homework. You're level 0. Blue Box, Keisha, you are level 8. Blue Box, Doris, you are level 9. And so, in my other Doris friend, you are level 6. So as you click your photo, your mini profile pops up. Click that level, whatever level you are, 0, 1, 13, 12, 24, whatever your level is. Kay, I'm going to get back to you, friend. Stay with me. Michelle, I don't know if she walked away, friend. She must have had to walk away. I am not trying to ignore you on YouTube. Let me see. I got a question. Do you do a live outline, especially when you plan to live for hours? Answer to your question is you always want to have an outline. I'm gonna go a little deeper to that with that question. Let me go a little deeper. Let me finish the blue box because I want to make sure I reach people while they're still there. So people, when you put your blue box number in, when you click your number, you want to pay attention to how many points you have. That next screen pops up. How many points you have. There's a / symbol that tells you how many points you need. And then to get to that next level, and then underneath that is your experience points, your engagement points. How many points you absolutely need to get to that next level. So it's the difference between what you have and what you need. So TikTok tells you to get a blue box, you need to, and I told you TikTok wants you to get. So you want to give gifts, you want to give coin, you want to have coins in your account, you want to do the daily heart me, all those things you want to do so that you can level up. So pay attention to the points underneath. The points, those experience points that you need. And so, okay, so you should plan ahead. Plan ahead for your live stream. You absolutely want to be intentional about an outline. There's a couple things you want to do. I'm gonna talk about that. And I'm gonna talk about it for Kay as well. on my YouTube. Okay, it's like I'm trying to figure out how do I do this, and I'm gonna go for hours. What's the process? I need help with how to do an outline. Yes, Sharon, I got you, friend. Let's do this. Favorite, thank you so much. Look at your friend coming in. So really quickly, let me just close out the loop here. So when you are talking about the blue box and leveling up, there are several things you want to pay attention to. How do you get a blue box? Blue box, and you're level 19, so you have a blue box. Blue box is because you are engaging. It's because you are putting coins in. It is because you are being intentional about how you are gifting. The gifts below, the roses are a coin, the gift box are a coin, plus whatever denomination is. So if you give a rose, you get a point for every gift that you give. So if you give 5 roses, you get 5 points. TikTok is paying attention to that. TikTok wants you to level up. So I just shared with you, I learned so much from this live. You're welcome, friend. I just shared with you, if you click your blue box, it shows you what level you're at. It tells you how many points you need to get to the next level. Thank you so much, friends, for the popular live. Let me share that real quick. So if you go into the gift box, and so this is something I'm supposed to be doing. Popular live happens right here where it says daily ranking. And in the evening, you'll see there's like throughout the day, if you are going live for long periods of time, TikTok will push your live out to more and more people because they're sending out the popular live vote. So it gets you ranked higher on your in the rankings for your league. So thank you so much. So if you go into the exclusive box, so if you go into the gift box, at the bottom it says exclusive. If you change to the exclusive gifts, you can get to the popular live. Look at you, friend. And so that pushes your live out even more. So you'll have some live hosts that say, let's send out the popular vote as opposed to the rose or the heart puffs, because that gives you a little bit more boost. Okay. The other thing, on Mondays, if you click my photo here, you're going to see a gift gallery. Okay. So I share this with you all because you'll hear people say, go into my gallery, go to my gallery and see if we can fill up the gallery. So you'll see people say that. And those people who go to the gallery, they become what's called title gifters, and they float at the top. And then you just saw like one lady 8 came in, she floated at the top. You see Dr. Laura, they float at the top. So these are people, Dr. Laura floated at the top as an orange heart person because she's come to my live. She's gotten her daily heartbeat points. She comes frequently, so she flies in. Thank you so much, Carolyn. And so those fly-in people are people who are high engagers. I am a mom. Can I have my baby in my live with me? Keisha, you got to be careful with minors. That's actually, if you're under 18, you can't live stream. I actually discourage you from having the baby in too much on the screen. Obviously, it's your baby. You could probably have them on the screen for a little bit, but I would try to have them under the camera so it's not visual. They're not the visibility of them. And then when they're toddlers and little kids, they do things that's kind of precocious. They may pull up their shirt. They may do little things like that. That's a no-no. Your live gets shut down because it's like, kids exposing themselves. So you can't have that. So you just got to be careful with minors. I actually avoid it. He's a 5-year-old. He just turned 5 last month. So I have him. And when he comes in my room, if he comes in my live on the weekends or something, I'm like, okay, dude, you can't get in the camera. So I don't let him in my camera. So my husband usually keeps him downstairs for me, but he's at daycare now. Yeah. He is so adorable. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mine is 4 months old. So yeah, you should be fine. I've seen people with small babies. Yeah, small babies is fine. I would just say be careful when they become toddling and they're doing little things. That age can be a little precocious. They can do things and it's not, for us it's innocent, walking around in their diaper or something like that. TikTok, that's a no-no. You can't do that. And yeah, just make sure they're covered and clothed on top of that too. So if you do have the baby in your arms and you're going live. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. I see you. I see you, friends. Wanted to complete your roses. Look at you, my title gifters. Thank you so much for the popular vote. You guys are doing it. I appreciate all the support. This is lovely. And so that's what you want to do. You want to educate your community and support them. Okay, half of the points on comments is because I comment before I did the heart me. Okay, that's what it was. Okay. Thank you for answering all my questions. You're welcome, friend. Like I said, I moderate my TikTok. Um, hello, Coach Miss Jessie coming in. I moderate my TikTok. I don't have a moderator here because I want to see your comments. So I try to stay in the comments. Um, you have helped me so much. You're welcome, friend. And then let me get to my YouTube people real quick so I can also comment there. As a moderator, I cannot drop my own link. You can search. Okay, yes, Michelle Crochets. Yes, yes, because there are groups on the internet. Yeah, okay. So Kay is asking about outlines and just Michelle. Yes, Michelle Crochet is connecting with her over there. And then Kay asked about an outline. So here's what I tell you: as you're embarking on this, I obviously I've been doing this for several months now. I'm in month 5 of going consistently, almost daily, y'all. Almost. Got a couple days I missed. Not many though, since January 1st. So this is a person who's been doing this. And my method is that, I talk about going live, I give you tips. And then this is my level up conversation because now I'm going to pivot in a little bit. I'm going to talk about myself, how I coach people, how I support you, how I have a bundle. There's other ways to do this. You're going to monetize here, but you can monetize above and beyond as you are talking to your audience and offering solutions. So I talk about that too. And I offer a discount on my bundle and all the things that can support you. I need help with outline as well. Yes, Sharon. So here's what I'm going to give you a quick tip. What are the orange boxes next to the blue box? That's the daily heart me. That's the daily heart me. So you did not come in and click the daily heart me. So when you come into someone's live, I said earlier, you click the daily heart me almost like a hello. I'm here to engage, and you get points for that. Okay. Hey, yes, Michelle, connect with others. Awesome. This is the moderator over on YouTube. So definitely don't leave her behind. She's a great resource to you for helping you with YouTube, friends. I have to go for now, but I really appreciate you. You're welcome, friend. I appreciate you. How you doing, Doc? Thank you for coming in. And so he said, I wish to engage. Done. All right, friend. Kate, I'm about to answer your question on outline. I wish to engage, but but I'm getting ready to take my husband to the doctor. Let's go, friends. Cecilia, yes, definitely. Engage with Cecilia. Okay. Hello, everybody. How you doing, Jamie Lee? I see your friend. Okay. Really quickly, somebody asked about outline and in TikTok. So here's what's going to happen. Kay, my YouTube friend, I am about to go to ChatGPT. Okay. I'm about to go to ChatGPT. You won't be able to see my screen on ChatGPT where I'm going to share my screen because I'm going to flip my camera and I'm going to show it's not going to be able to be screened on YouTube, but you'll see, you'll hear what I'm saying. And all I'm doing is putting in a prompt. Okay. So I'm going to put in a prompt. I'm going to read the prompt so you know what exactly it is. And so you'll have that prompt. I want you to come back. He said, yes, ma'am. I want you to come back to this live. If you want to write it down now, that's fine. You can come back and look at what I say because the live is recorded. So this live stream, for anybody who wants to come back and get this, it is recorded. You can do a fast forward because I told you I'm not as sophisticated with my YouTube channel as I should be. But at pretty much an hour and a half into this, I am going to then transition to the YouTube. I'm sorry, to ChatGPT, where you can get this prompt. And so my timestamp here is 117. So it's probably about 120 on YouTube. So I'm going to transition because I started YouTube first. And so I'm going to transition. I'm going to flip my camera and I'm going to talk about ChatGPT. This is for my people who want an outline. And I use this and I tell you there's a couple tricks. So I have a couple of different strategies. Stream on Twitch, not YouTube, but this is really helps. You're welcome, friend. So what happens is that, thank you so much. I appreciate you, friend. What happens is that I want you to think about how you're offering a solution to your audience. So what I'm going to give you 2 prompts. I'm not going to go way down and deep in the weeds with this. I'm going to give you 2 prompts. One is a brainstorming prompt. So you know what's your niche, what's your topic, what are the keywords, who's the target audience you're talking to. Yes, I highly recommend ChatGPT too. Yes, I do. I really love your post. Every helpful information. Thanks. You're welcome, friend. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make sure I give you as much information as possible because I want to encourage you. So I want you to do this. Look at that subscriber. I appreciate you, friend. Jamie Lee, thank you for subscribing and extending it, friend. I do offer subscriptions, so you can go into my subscriptions. I do 3 types. One is my standard, my premium, where I do a profile review, and then my deluxe, where I do a profile review and an audit, a live stream audit. So those are there for you. You said I didn't know it lapsed. That's okay, friend. So I want you to be intentional about this. So ChatGPT, brainstorming. I want you to know who your target audience is. So I said, I want you to know, thank you. I want you to know, thank you so much. I want you to know their demographic, the psychographic, how they think, what they value, what their belief system, what their interests are, all the things there, and then their pain points. Those are the 3 things you need to know about your audience. Because as you are talking to your target audience, you can direct your comments to them. I told you earlier, I was the nervous person, the shy person, the introverted person. I told you my audience are people who want to monetize. I'm talking to, millennials, maybe older millennials, my Gen Xers, my baby boomers. People are coming here. They're trying to figure out how to monetize, how to go live, how to make money on this app or the YouTube app, how to do it. And so that's what I teach. I teach that you come here so that your audience can get to know you, like you, and trust you. You got to spend some time there. My last post I did, I don't know if you caught what I was given. I was very clear about it. In order for people to support you, they got to get to know you. You got to add value. You got to make sure that they are learning from you, that they're getting to know you, like you, trust you. That trust comes with you coming in, showing up daily, helping them understand, helping them grow. That's where the trust comes in. It doesn't happen when you cut your screen on and you try to instantly sell them something. People are going to swipe past. People are not going to stay in the room. People are going to leave unless they see that it adds value to them. Okay, so that value added, that is step number 1. And what I teach, thank you so much. Look at the fans. You're like, look here, girl. Look here. Don't tell. I'm here. I'm here preaching for a second. Let me preach. Because, Kay, I know you want me to get to the outline, but I got to preach for a second because people got to hear this. Because I don't want you to sit back and say, oh, people don't come to my room or people are not engaging with me because you did not invest the time to know who your target audience is and you're not investing the time to really help them and offer a solution that they need. Okay, so you got to make sure you spend that time. So in my bundle, I talk about my bundle in a second, but in my bundle, you have the part of the branding being valuable. That's it. That's it. You got to have a brand that adds value. Okay, you got to invest that time with your audience. Total design from A to Z. Appreciate your friend. You got to invest that time. And so when I say that you want to talk to the right audience and talk to your target audience, and when I tell you, you got to spend some time. And I say go live daily. You'll see the growth happen, but you got to show up. You got to be there. You got to sometimes you got to be a little vulnerable. You got to say, hey, here's what's going on in my life. And because if you're trying to sell somebody something quickly, they may just swipe. Or they may stay for a little bit, but if they feel like you're not being authentic, they're going to swipe. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, there's people who are going to sit here all this time and listen to me. And I give you all these tips. If you're new to live, how do you know your audience? That's what I'm going to get you. Let me, you know what? Let me just go to ChatGPT. Let me just go to ChatGPT. I'm trying to send you the best friend sticker. Oh, look at you, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Dee Dee. So 2 ways, Shannon, 2 things. Go back to my profile, my content. The last 2 posts, the very last 2 posts, I want you to go watch both of those. So the one I did about viral worthy content, that's the first step. That's everybody in the room. If you did not see my post, go back and watch the one I talked about viral worthy content, because what I said in that is part of what I'd say as a first step. Even before you go live, you need to know a little bit more about your audience, and you find your audience in the comments. Because if you're searching for topics and content that is, or engaging in that kind of content that is of interest to you, that is part of what your live stream and maybe your content's going to be about, then people in the comments, especially for viral content, because they got a lot of comments, they got a lot of likes, all the things, then those are people you want to bring to your live. That's first. So that is absolutely step number one. Okay. So you want to pay attention to the comments. I say the comments are gold for that reason. So, and the other key to doing that is that you teach the algorithm what you want to see on your For You page because you're engaging in that content. Can you pin this page for me? Let me see. Let's do that. I'll pin it for you. I know you're trying to grow it, friend. Let's see. This is Coach Miss Jessie. She is somebody that is a high engager. You don't want to leave her behind. She is one of my subs that comes frequently. She just added a new page. So she wants people to see it and connect with her. But she's going to connect with you back. Okay. She is going to connect with you back because that's what it's all about. So really quickly, let me go to ChatGPT. I'm going to flip the screen and I'm going to hit, let me see if it's still there. I hope it's still there because I don't want to have to rewrite it. It is. Okay. Okay, friend. Let's see. Thank you so much. You're welcome, friend. Let's see. And thank you all who are coming in. I see you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to flip my screen. Jane, how you doing, live host? How you doing, friend? I am flipping my screen. I'm going to put my sticker down here. And you guys, so Kate, I know you can't see this, my YouTube friend, but I'm going to read this so you can hear me say it. I am on ChatGPT, okay? The prompt that I'm telling you to start with, and my friend Shannon asked the question, how do you find your target audience? How do you know who they are? So this prompt here, it says, help me. So it starts off with, help me brainstorm 5 examples of niche ideas and a list of topics for my live stream. This is what we're doing. We're live streaming. This is YouTube and TikTok. I'm live streaming. And then I say, and include keywords to attract my target audiences. My audience, it could be singular. So include keywords to attract my target audience and include a list of pain points, demographics, and psychographics of my target audience based on me being a. Okay, so let me break that down. What that means is that I asked chat to brainstorm. Okay, I want to know what my niche could be. Give me 5 examples of it. I want to know a list of topics I can use. You said my banner's in the way. I moved it down, friend. You know what? I'll delete it for now. That's fine. I'm sorry about that. I thought moving it down to the bottom was gonna help you all. Okay. You're welcome, friend. And this is something I always share, so you guys have it. So you just don't feel like you can't do it. So what I did, so with this, let's see. And so, good morning. How you doing, Toya? So with this particular prompt, I'm pretty much asking it to give me keywords to attract my audience. So again, when I go live, but that part at the bottom where it says include a list of pain points, I'm essentially asking chat to let me know who my audience is. Who am I talking to? What's their pain points, the challenges? What's the demographics? Are there single moms? Are there stay-at-home moms? Are there people between a certain age group? What does that look like? Who is this? And then I said the psychographics. I said it's pretty much how they think, what they value, what their interests are. So I wanted to tell me examples of who that could be. And then you see where I have it highlighted in blue. Everything in blue is about you. So I could have been a little bit more detailed, and I say this all the time. You can decide how detailed you want to be. I like the kitchen sink approach. I didn't do it here because I was rushing, but I do like the kitchen sink approach because it will come back and have a more robust way of describing who you are and what you're about and give you examples based on that. But sometimes that could be too overwhelming for people. So you decide on what you want to scale back. You have to make sure you decide on what you want as maybe a primary area you want to focus on. So when I think about, yes, Michelle crochets, obviously in her name, she will want to have something that's focused on crocheting, crafting, helping people find steals and deals, helping people maybe build up their YouTube channel so that they can connect with other crocheting community. So just recognizing she could put a lot of things in there, but obviously the overarching thing is going to align with crocheting. Okay, so thank you all for sharing out the live. I see you all. And so when you do this prompt, like I said, I don't gatekeep, so you guys get this. And this is part of what I coach on, because I want you all to understand that this is just part of the process, but I coach on this because I want you all to be successful too. So chat gets to chatting. Chat said, okay, I'll give you what you need. All right, let's figure this out. It started off with the audience profile, because it then gave us a demographic. It said, okay, you're talking to women between the ages of 35 and 55. They're moms, especially moms across different age ranges. They're working professionals or entrepreneurs. They're middle to upper middle class income, and they're likely married or in a long-term relationship. Now, guess what, y'all? That is all me. It's me. Your target audience is a reflection of you. So when you get this back, you should see yourself for the most part in what's written. You said it's a game changer. It is. It's a game changer. Rituals, thank you for sharing out the live. Thank you all for sharing and liking the live. Continue to do that as well. I appreciate you all. The Mrs. Good morning to you all. I appreciate you all. So yeah, so it has to look like you to a certain extent, because again, as you go live, and if you're being authentic and talking to your audience, you're going to be able to point out things that is going to be relatable to them. You're welcome. I appreciate you. You're welcome, friend. Tapping is clapping. It is. And then it says they value family, they value health, they value stability. This is the psychographics. Personal growth. That's me. Seeks balance between work, parenting, and self-care. Interested in financial security, smart decision making. Me. Feels overwhelmed but motivated. Me. Seeks community and real life advice. That would be me. Okay. Again, as I'm talking to you, this is where you all can resonate and relate to this, because you're all are reflected in this. Okay. And then it talks about the pain points. And let's hear these pain points. Okay. They're juggling time between kids, work, and self-care. They're financial stressed about college, retirement, and childcare. You saw the prompt. The prompt has, I have 3 in college, 1 in preschool. And I'm an older Gen Xer. So retirement is on the horizon soon. So yeah, guilty, but not doing it around not doing enough, and parenting and self-care. Looking for practical real life systems and routines. Confused or uncomfortable about investing in long-term planning. You said, dang girl. Yes, I do. Second marriages. Absolutely the way to go. The way to go up. That's it. And so that's how you look at this. And so when you ask me, how do you find your audience? First of all, you do your research on the app to know who you're talking to, and you connect with those people. But you also do your research on the AI so that you're connecting with the right people also. Okay. And so then it says Fit Financial Fridays is the idea for your niche and some themes, some topics. So it's breaking down topics that you can do. Okay, the concept is do a short 20-minute Peloton, because I said I like fitness, Peloton in particular. And then while answering finance questions. So it gave you a whole way you could do your live stream. You said that, Dr. Lisa, little one and college students, bless you. Yes, yes. Yeah, we had our little 5-year-old. He was a COVID baby, so that's our 5-year-old. And then my husband came into the marriage with 2 kids, and I came to marriage with my daughter. So obviously a second marriage for us. So we're blended. You said that's your target audience as well. That's how you found you. Yeah, that's it. Like I said, your audience is a reflection of you. That's it. And so something about what you're saying and doing, thank you, DD. Something about what you're saying and doing in your live stream, again, those keywords. So look at these keywords here. It says financial fitness for moms, budgeting while raising kids, investing for busy moms, Peloton moms, fit in finance, financial wellness. So as I'm talking, you want to make sure you're saying the words that's going to matter. Again, the algorithm is listening. If people are engaging in your live, it will pick that up. Okay. So that's what these prompts are. So you'll see where it has different ideas for you. Sometimes you might need to scale back. Sometimes you might need to go back to the drawing board. You may need to tell chat, hey, I like 2 and I like 4. Blend those together and give me a new prompt. Okay. And then you could take this live stream, you could take this prompt. Let's see, I'm going to write it. Oh, you know what? If I write it, oh gosh, let me just say it. I'm going to verbally say it because I want to make sure it doesn't erase it because I would have to start over. So I don't want to have to start over. So I'm going to verbally say it. And I want to make sure you get this. So my people who are like, okay, how do I do an outline? After you have that first prompt, because that particular prompt was in there since the weekend. If I put it in, it's going to give me an error message. I'm going to have to start over. I'm going to do the other prompt first. I don't want to go through the time of doing that. It's already 11:45, and I do have a hard stop because I have a meeting today. So let me verbally say this. After that prompt, after you do that initial prompt, so you guys did a screenshot of that. The next prompt you're going to write in is going to say, write me a 30-minute outline for my live stream based on, you pick the niche. We have 5 examples based on niche number 1. That's the one I went over. And include the keywords to track my target audience. Okay. Because you still want to say those words. You want to be intentional about what you're saying. And include an introductory script. So an intro script. Okay. So as you're saying your it'll come up with a script for you. Not that you're reading a script, but it's essentially allowing you to speak those words that will introduce introduce you to your audience, but also help you resonate with that audience, help them resonate with you rather, and connect with what you're saying. Because you're going to say the keywords in that intro. You're going to point out, hey, I know you're busy. I know you're looking for financial freedom. I know you're stressed about being a blended family, a mom of college students, and a preschooler. You're going to say those things. And it's going to give you a way to package that. Not that you're reading the script, but it's going to help you understand how to package that. And then you can also ask it to include engaging questions for your audience. Now, chat can be a little chatty. It'll give you like a whole, tell me the first time that you did so. No, I just say, you know what? If you're new in my room, tell me if you're new. If you can relate to what I'm saying, put a 1 or drop me a heart. There's things like that you can do. There's some other strategy things you can do where people are not like having to write a whole paragraph, because if they do that, then they may get filtered, because when you write too long, you might get filtered, or you just may not get engagement because people have to write too much. So you just want to be careful. But I think there's some good questions that you probably can ask it to give you that you can rework in a way that says, give me a 1, give me a 2, if you can relate to what I'm saying. So that's how you do it. Okay. Thank you, Doc, for this. You're welcome, Sharon. So that's what I'm here for. I want to help you all. I want you to grow. There is no reason that you can't be successful here. The first thing is you just got to be comfortable talking to yourself, looking at yourself, engaging with yourself, and engaging with your audience in the comments and connecting with them. That's what you want to do. Okay. So thank you so much, TD. Okay, so here's what I typically do. So I gave you guys chat. I talked about engagement. Make sure you know where you're signing up for, because it's heck trying to get signed out. Say that again. Make sure you know what you're signing up for, because it's heck trying to get signed out. What you mean, signed out of ChatGPT? Is that what you mean? Did you ever repost your lives on TikTok? Do I ever repost my lives? I take clips of them. So if you go on my channel, you see clips. What I've been doing lately, is doing more original content and not doing clips of my live, not as much. I think I did some maybe about a week ago. You'll see some more recent clips. But lately I've been doing original content, and that's been intentional because I want to make sure that even in my live, I take information like this and I repurpose it. So if you look at my last two posts are essentially stuff I just said here. That's it. You know, the Chat GPT one, I don't put that out there necessarily. Again, that's just because I want to make sure I don't get in trouble with TikTok. So I don't put it out there like that. But I do, do tips here, and I'll take tips here that I'll repurpose as content. I talked about content disclosure because I talk about that here. I showed you how to do it. I talked about agencies, so I repurpose that, make that content. So everything I do here, I've been taking pieces of it and making it new, fresh content, but not also my clips. Now, Nakia, let me say this, friend, you must have just came in the room because I am co-streaming. So this entire live is recorded for you, friends. So you can go to my YouTube channel, go to Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income, and you can see that I am actively on here. This is recorded, it's downloaded. It will be available now as I'm talking and right after my live because it will be out there for you to click to and see. Okay. And then my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochets. So you can connect with her. She is awesome at helping you with YouTube and helping you get your channel running. She's my person I go to because I say you need coaching. You need coaching for everything you do in life. You don't know what you don't know. And I started YouTube off kind of sloppy. I'm still kind of sloppy. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to grow this channel. And so, yes, I subscribe. See, there you go, friend. So you got it. And so you want to make sure you're able to connect. Look at you all. Thank you so much for coming on. And if you guys go to one of our shorts, both from Michelle and from my page, go to a short, comment, like, subscribe. Hopefully you have subscribed already because you came to the live stream. We will get a notification. So that's where we get notifications from. We can get a notification. We can go to your page, go to your short or long form video, comment, like, and subscribe to your page. Okay, so I say that because this is our growth season. YouTube is a long game. It requires you to engage and do this and do it a lot and be intentional about your strategy so that you can monetize and get enough subscribers and enough watch hours so that you can grow. So that's part of the YouTube strategy. So I talk about that. I'm actually going to go live only on YouTube. I'll try to do it tomorrow. I've been trying to do that weekly where I'm not doing the co-stream. And my friend who was here earlier is like, oh, you got to look at your YouTube channel, your chat. You're not seeing the chat. I'm going to be dedicated to YouTube at least once. I'm going to try to do twice a week. We'll see if I can get 2 days a weekend. But I'm going to go to YouTube tomorrow. I did it last week at 6 o'clock. So I think that's going to be my time. 6 o'clock, probably for about 30 minutes. I'm not going to do super long, but I'm going to talk about my journey because I want you guys to understand it takes time and I want you to do this. So I want you to be able to grow, and I'm going to give some tips and strategies along my journey on this process. So the webcam I talked about earlier, I talked about the tablet, I talked about some things that you need to know as you're thinking about growing your channel. So I want you to be intentional about this. So I'll announce that. I'll probably put a sticker up so you guys can see when I'm going to go live. I'll do that tomorrow. So yes, you look like Harry. Who is Henrietta Willis? I don't know who that is, but thank you, I guess. Is ChatGPT free? Yes, it is free. They have an app. You can do the paid version. More comes with the paid version, but yes. Why trouble with chat? What do you mean? Why trouble with chat? Why trouble with? You mean ChatGPT? I don't think you meant with this chat. I think you meant ChatGPT. Let me know what you meant, Sandy Beach. Let me know. Thank you. You're welcome, Nakia. Thank you for subscribing as well. How can I get coaching? Coaching from Dr. Lisa? Yes, Michelle does coaching for YouTube. So you can connect with her. Go to her channel. Tell her Dr. Lisa sent you. That's for YouTube. If you need me, I offer one-on-one consultations. I'm going to show you my stand store in a second. And so let me know. I don't know who Harriet Wilson is, but not sloppy. I was a little, it was messy. It was messy. It was super messy, but I say do it, just do it. Don't overthink it. Thank you, Fran. Dr. Lisa. So oh, she's a gorgeous actress. Okay, I will take it, Fran. Thank you. Thank you so much. I take it. I take compliments. I was like, well, hopefully that is a compliment. FYP, how you doing, friend? Moni, thank you. GPT is totally worth the subscription. It is. It is. Yes, GPT. Okay, gotcha. Yes, GPT. I like GPT. Let me say Chat GPT. I like that better than I like it for different reasons. Gemini I like for my professional email writing. Gemini can be very concise and succinct with what you want to write, and it gets to the point. I love that about it. That's what I use it for. Anything when it comes to professional documentation that I have to have, and I want to have it kind of organize my thoughts a little bit more organized, that's where I go to. Chat can be a little chatty. I like it. You got to teach it a little bit more. And maybe because I'm kind of chatty too, as you could tell. And so, but it does give you a lot more to work with. And I like that about it. Gives you a lot, especially if you say brainstorm and those type of, cues that you give it. It's good. And so really what it does is help you kind of, when you're thinking and you're like, I know I could do this. I just got to figure out the path to do it. Or what does that look like? I go to chat. I just go to chat and say, okay, give me what I need. What am I trying to do here? What am I trying to say? And it says, okay, let me tell you what you could do. Here's how you can think about this. Like, okay, I like the way you're going. And then I'll add another prompt and I'll say, okay, now I need for you now to do this part of it. Now that was too much in this direction. Now I want you to go in that direction. And it comes back, it's like, okay, I got you. Let me give you that too. And so, I'm sorry, I hit an invite by accident. Sorry about that. Thank you so much, friend. Oh, love you too. Thank you, Sharon. 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 I was about to say Sandra. How you do the clapping? That's in enhance when you're in your live. It's a sound effect. Good day, Beverly. How are you, friend? Okay. Yeah. Yes. Appreciate you. So yes, I've circumvented those credit girls by using. Oh, interesting. Okay. I like that. Anyway, interesting. Okay. There we go. Oh, thank you. You said, Dr. Liz, you're really godsend. Thank you so much for that, friend. Like I said, I give you everything. It's no point in gatekeeping. Obviously, there's a lot of information I have and a lot of things I can share. Don't get me wrong, I can't do it all in a live stream. But at the end of the day, I don't see the benefit of not supporting people, because if you are to the point where you're trying to figure this out and you want to grow, then you need the right support. You need the right system. You need the right people. You need the right people on your team. I'm a big proponent of mentorship, coaching. My dissertation was on that topic. That's what I wrote about. Okay. So if you don't have the right people around you supporting you, you're not going to grow. You don't know what you don't know. That's the thing about it. You don't know what you don't know. And there's a lot of things that people can offer you that can help you not make the same pitfalls that they made. Or they can give you a different perspective to help you grow even further. Thank you so much for subscribing. I see you. I need to find those sound effects. Yeah, they're in there. They're hit enhance and hit sound effects. That's it. Gotta go see you. See you at 4, friend. You said I'll see you at 4. I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing out the live. Freely receive, freely give free. That's it. That has been what I've been taught all my life. If you give people things with a genuine, free, authentic heart and mindset, it'll come back. It'll come back tenfold. That's how it goes. And you'll end up opening more doors for people. And so that's what I do. Thank you. I have to go now. I appreciate you, Dee Dee. But I will be back. You're welcome, friend. That part. That's it. Daily reminder that you are loved. Oh, appreciate you, friend. Okay, so really quickly, let's do this because I have to head out. I probably got I say this every time because I know my timing is so off. Happy, thank you for joining, friend. My timing is so off. So I typically pivot at this point. I want to make sure I can support you. I want to make sure you are getting guidance. Somebody asked earlier about coaching. I want to make sure you know how to get access and support from me. So there's a couple different ways. One way in particular is that I offer um, individual consultations. So I'm gonna show my stand store. You can get stuff in my stand store. I have a bundle. The bundle in particular, I call it my starter kit. Okay. I call it my starter kit because I want to make sure you guys understand how to get started. Okay. And so if you are going to be in this space and you want to offer a live stream in particular, because I talk about going live and I talk about offering a solution to your target audience. As you do that, you want to make sure that you are offering a solution that matters to them. Okay. Just don't offer a solution that people are not going to want. And then I showed you just now how to know who your audience is. You got to know who you're talking to. So once you know who you're talking to and how to support them, you say you're amazing. Appreciate your friend. Once you know who you're talking to and how to support them, then in turn, they will keep coming back. They will want to continue to get your support. And um, they will continue to make sure that you are their solution. So that's the one thing. So when you build your, I was actually what I was working on right now, and that's where I was distracted. I was working on how to making sure I lowered my price so that you guys can get access. So in this particular live, I have a bundle that I offer. I lower the price. Uh-oh, my phone was ringing. Hold on, my hubby's calling. Okay. I make sure you get access to me through my bundle. So I just lower my price. It is typically just for this live, I lower it because I do my 4 o'clock and those are my new people. So I don't show it there. I don't talk about it there. If I do mention the bundle, I talk about it in the sense that it's there for them, but come to my 10 o'clock. So my 10 o'clock is now. This is the 10 o'clock. It's almost noon. But with that, I lower it from 127 to 57. That is an awesome deal because I'm going to tell you everything that comes in that. So we're going to show the screen. So if you click my photo here, it's going to show you my mini profile. If you click my photo again, it's going to take you to my profile on TikTok. And you can see the videos I was talking about earlier. Remember I talked about some videos I did? I want you guys to go back and look at. This video in particular is like your starting point. That video is talking about agencies. So I was telling my friends, and then that one's talking about your audience. So how to make sure you do that. Yes. Okay. So I want you to go to my stand store. And in my stand store, we're going to talk about this. And I'm going to walk you through how to get a hold of me. So I'm going to come back to these first two things. This is the bundle that I just lowered the price for. These are some other things that I offer in my stand store. But really quickly, if you want one-on-one consultations, that's in here for you. Okay. So you can get a one-on-one consultation. And basically you can offer, I added another one in there for you all. So you can do one-on-one consultations. And so what will happen is I do a 2-for-1 package where you can do, the initial one is 40 minutes over Zoom. And then I do a follow-up with you 40 minutes over Zoom. So that's how you can get that. I have it scheduled out until the end of, have it scheduled out until 3 weeks out. So you have a lot of time. I tried to get a subscription for this page, but it won't let me. Oh, interesting. I don't know, Coach Miss Jessie. What you mean? In terms of becoming a subscriber for me? I'm not sure what the holdup would be. Interesting. You should be able to do it, but I'm not sure. Huh. It says I already have one. Interesting. So you only could do one per account, maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe that's it. You said I just subscribed. Oh, look at there. Awesome. Thank you so much, friend. I missed it. Okay. Thank you so much. You said I just subscribed. Okay. And so this is where you can get the 2-for-1 package for one-on-one. I do 40 minutes over Zoom with you. So we'll meet for 40 minutes. And then I ask that we do a follow-up meeting because I want to make sure you feel supported. The initial meeting, you'll see it in there where you'll be able to schedule it based on the time that's convenient for you. Let me say this out loud. I am going to a wedding this weekend. My 5-year-old is the ring bearer. So I'm going to miss some. I'm going to try to do my 10 o'clock live. So this live, I'm probably going to be really fast, but I'm probably not going to be able to do my 4 o'clocks for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So you guys going to miss me at 4 for 3 days. I need to say that out loud to my 4 o'clock people too. Look at you, Katie. You reached level 12. Awesome, friend. So I want to say that now because that just made me think about in my calendar, I blocked out some time. So you'll see where this week is a little touch and go with my availability, but I am available for the most part. I just have to get through this week. Hey, Bloom, how are you, friend? So yeah, my friend is doing a wedding. She's having a wedding. We're attending a wedding, and my little guy is in the wedding. I'll be in the streets again. Don't be in the streets, Miss Jessie. Don't do it to yourself. You got homework. You got to get this page ready, friend. This page got to get built out for your TikTok shop work. Okay. So that's your homework. You got to be in there. So 2 things. UBC, you laughing at me. Yes, you got work to do, ma'am. You got to get yourself ready. You guys, I did not get a chance to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it at 4 o'clock. Live Legion Agency. I'll talk about that because that's something else that's happening in my orbit. And I want to make sure you guys are thinking about other moves. Okay. I don't leave people behind. As I rise, I'm lifting. Okay. I tell you that all the time. As you rise, you lift. So I want people to know different ways to make money. And that's another way. And that's what Coach Miss Jessie's doing. She's building her other page so that she can get TikTok shop on it. And in turn, have that as her TikTok shop page. I have a faceless account that I've been sitting on and I haven't been doing anything with, but it does have TikTok shop on it. So I am going to do that as another way to make passive income. I just had my one-on-one with her. Okay, awesome, awesome. I'm building my new page too. There we go, friend. There we go. Curated with Holly Q. Curated. I appreciate your friend. Let's see, curated. I'm gonna see if I can I'm going to ping you as well. So definitely connect with Curated. She has a new page she's building as well. She is here all the time supporting. Thank you so much, Bloom. I'm going to pin some of you all too. Let me know if I need to pin some more people, but I want to make sure you guys are connected with good people, high engagers, people who support, people who will come to your room and be supporters as well. So make sure if you are a supporter, make sure you are also supporting other people, okay? And so that's what this is all about. As you rise, as you grow, you can bring other people along the journey. Okay. So that's what I really do promote that. Can I get TikTok shop on this one page? Yeah, you absolutely can, friend. You absolutely can. Yeah. Let me say you probably have it already. You probably have it. Jesus loves you. Thank you so much, friend. You should have it unless you got like banned content. I'm sorry, your content is not a good community standards, and you have those banned accounts on it. You probably have it. You should have it. Yeah. Sharon, that might be a conversation though. Come to my 4 o'clock because I can spend some more time there, friend. Come to my 4 o'clock because essentially that particular account, you may want to keep it as is and not necessarily turn it into TikTok shop. And that's what these other our other friends in the room are doing. They have accounts already that have a lot of followers, but they don't want to necessarily mess with the current account they're on in terms of messing with the algorithm by doing TikTok shop. So they're starting a second page so that they can make that page the TikTok shop page. So that's what's happening. So just recognizing that when you start posting different topics that take you too far away from your category, and TikTok is like, okay, what are you doing? It will start impacting your views and the algorithm will not, won't work in your favor. So you just got to keep that in mind. TikTok's forcing me to slow down on connecting, but I will get back. Awesome. Yes. Yeah. You only can engage with 200 people a day. And if you did some engagement like late yesterday and you haven't hit that 24-hour clock. So you got to be careful about that. But yeah, it's 200 people within a 24-hour time period. That's how you should look at it. Yep. Halicue, yep, that's what's happening there. So you guys want to make sure you're thinking strategically about this, and I present it to you just so that you have options. I don't want you to feel like Dr. Lisa didn't tell me or Dr. Lisa is not sharing information. I share information. I want you to grow. I want you to be intentional, and I want you to know how you can leverage all these opportunities. So just be mindful that it's out there for you, and you can make a decision on how you move, okay, and how quickly you move. The thing I tell people though, if you wait and sit back and you're scared and you gonna wait and see, you're missing out on opportunities. You're missing out on things that you could be doing. So for example, what curating with Halicue and Coach Miss Jessie is doing, Inspired Expressions, they're doing is essentially they're taking the time to build up that second page. And it does take a little time and effort, but they're building it out so that they can then leverage that other page for another monetization stream. Okay. So you want to be intentional about that. And that could be something you're doing now, but you're just waiting back and seeing, and you should be able to do that. Glow, you said same. Glow with Donna. Donna, what page? Wait a minute. What's your other page, Donna? Donna. Donna, is that you? Donna, is that you? Let me know if that's you, Donna. The other Donna? No. Donna, what you doing? Oh, appreciate you. Thank you, Kay Harris. I appreciate you, friend. Okay, really quickly, let me do this. You said, let's get over being scared together. Dr. Lisa's right. It is slow going. Get a new page going. That's it. That's it. Being very strategic. That's it. You got to be strategic here. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to be strategic. So good friends. Okay, two things I do. I am an affiliate for UBC. UBC is my affiliate course. I'm part of their community. I stand by UBC. I think it's a great course to have. When I think about courses are the things that you can go back and reference. So this is a course I can go reference. When I'm thinking about brand deals, affiliate deals, when I'm thinking about YouTube, building my YouTube, I told you, yes, Michelle Crochets is there for me, but I also can go to UBC into the module about YouTube and learn from that. And I've done that. When it comes to TikTok Shop, I'm sorry, TikTok and TikTok Live, they have a 2-hour and 18-minute module on TikTok Live. So again, it's telling me, how do I take my brand and how do I leverage it for this digital marketing space? And when you understand digital marketing, it is not just, oh, well, I'm just going to sell a course and resell a course. No, it is about how you effectively brand yourself in different spaces. Whether you're branding yourself for brand deals, you are branding yourself when it comes to your content creation, whether you're branding yourself to be an affiliate, whether you're branding yourself in different social media platforms. The goal is that you are connecting with the right audience and giving them a solution, or you are working with corporations and other organizations to make sure you are a brand ambassador for them. Okay. And maybe you're in partnership with them because you are an affiliate for them. And so it's teaching you how to do that effectively. Okay. Your brand matters. So the last post I did, I talked about branding. I talked about adding value. I'm going to continue to talk about that because I have 2 more parts I'm going to give you, because I want you to be intentional about who you're talking to and how you're supporting them. So UBC became that for me, but UBC is comprehensive. It's like 40 hours of content. It's a whole community on school. I tell people, if you're looking to do this, then this is a great course to have, but you also want to make sure you get the right support. So I offer a different chat. I have a group chat on Instagram just for my UBC, where my new people who bought it from me can go there and get questions answered, get resources in terms, or get information in terms of how to leverage UBC. I was the person who bought the course from somebody, and to this day, I have not seen that person. Okay. She doesn't check on me. I know nothing about what she's doing. She has not followed up on me. I don't want to be that person. So if you get this from me, you get added to my group chat. You can reach out to me. I meet with you. I'm happy to put you on my calendar and connect with you and answer questions. So that's absolutely what I've done for several people. So that is there for you. If you're curious about UBC, you can get the sneak peek, and I will send you some follow-up emails. The bundle here is also where I support people. So if you are interested in getting ongoing support, it's, to me, I call it my starter kit. So if UBC is a whole comprehensive course and community, then this is going to be your starter kit. I'm doing good, Lamarck. Thank you for being here, friend. So this is going to be your starter kit. It's going to teach you the fundamentals of digital marketing. So it's like a digital marketing mini course when you think about 3 hours learning about this business, giving you context surrounding how to define the different terms. How do you think about creating your own product or service that you're offering? How do you think about branding yourself? Looking at Canva and having Canva help you with your design of products or your logo or any other materials that you need. YouTube, you might need a thumbnail. Those are things that you will use and work with Canva. Okay. Doctor, you go live on your phone? Yep, I'm on my phone. And then I'm showing you my laptop. Yep. And so essentially you can use Canva for that. And then I give you a playbook, and I also give you what's called private label right books where you can resell them. This is 100% yours. You can rebrand it and sell it and have it in your storefront as well. So it is all yours. The other two things that I offer here is a 3-page checklist. So a lot of times people are like, well, what do I do to start my live? How do I get more engagement? I'm going to tell y'all right now, everything I talk about is in this 3-page checklist. So if you wanted to just get the checklist and just go through the 3 pages of what to do, that's what it is. So the checklist is essentially what you should be doing before your live, during your live to get engagement in your live, as well as after your live. How do you look at the analytics and some other things that you want to consider? Okay, consider doing. And then my people who are like, okay, Dr. Lisa, how do I know my niche, my target audience? What do I do with starting my live stream? How do I make sure I understand what titles to use and how to write all that out? I give you a 6-step guide on leveraging ChatGPT. I have about 20 different prompts that I have in there just so you can use those throughout your live stream experience. So this is my chat guide for TikTok live hosts, okay? I told you I do my consultations. So if you would like, okay, Dr. Lisa, all that stuff that you have in there is great, but that's not for me. You can do my one-on-one consultations. And then you'll see where I offer my freebie. This freebie is for my overthinkers, my nervous people, my shy people, my introverted people, my people who are like, okay, I don't know if I can do this, people. I want you to make sure all that is in there. Okay. All right, friends. So I'm sorry. I got a text message. I want you to download this so you can get that. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to do this real quick because I'm looking at the time. I'm going to click this because I want you all to get the bundle while I have it on sale. So the bundle is $57. If you want to grab this, it is $57. And like I said, this is the sale price. I just downloaded the Overthinkers. Okay, all right, friend. You're like, I got to start with overthinking. That's it. So, sometimes you just got to work on the mindset. That's it, friend. Just work on your mindset. And honestly, when everything's said and done, it is about setting goals for yourself and being intentional. So the overthinking guide really is helping you shift your mindset, making sure that you're being intentional about not being stressed out. But also at the end, you'll see where I talk about setting goals. And goals might be, I just need to get live access and go live and hit the button to go live if you already have the access. And then I need to go live and come up with a schedule to do it consistently at the same time and connect with my community. Oh, then I need to make sure I do it monthly and daily so I can see how my growth and how I can monetize and fully appreciate the other income stream that comes with going live. Okay. So all that's part of it. So really quickly, this bundle comes with what's called master resale rights and private label rights. So you can, again, rebrand this, resell it. It's 100% yours. So if you don't have products, you got a product when you buy it. So the Digital Marketing 101 course is going to teach you, like I said, it's a mini course. It's going to teach you 3 hours on the fundamentals of understanding your audience. I did go live Saturday, but I did not do well. That's fine. You did go live. That's the whole point. As you go live, you get better. Okay? And so don't give up. Keep going live. Your first day is not going to be like your 10th day. It won't be. Okay? That's just a fact. So you will get better. And as you go live for 30 days, and if you're consistently going live, you're going to really see the growth. You said I'm stuck on what to talk about. I did the prompt earlier about brainstorming. If you want to come to my 4 o'clock, I'll talk about it again, Kay Harris. But that prompt about brainstorming, having ChatGPT help you brainstorm your niche is going to be what you need to do. That's going to be the key. You got this, and try different things. Yep, that's it. Try different things. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Doctor, good to see you. How you doing, Taylor? Appreciate you being here. So glad to see you again, building and growing. Thank you so much, friends. Jelly is a jelly jam. Appreciate your friend. I said, hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate that. The other 2 things is branding masterclass. It's going to teach you how to brand yourself, specifically when you think about those visual things that you need for your brand, your logo, your font, your colors, the things that's going to resonate with your audience. And then it's going to have your Canva mastery. Again, how do you leverage Canva as a design tool to help you build out your logo and your brand? See you at Floyd. Thank you, Glow. I appreciate your friend. Jelly Jam, thank you so much. And then you have the playbook. I tell people, if you're going live for 30 days. Ideally, you're going live daily. Then what will happen is that you will start learning your audience. You'll hear their pain points. You'll understand the questions they're asking you, and you can in turn answer those questions and create the solution. So when I created the 3-page checklist, that was a direct relation to people asking, where do you get all this information from? And I put in the checklist for you. When I created the chat guide, people were like, hey, I don't know how to talk about myself. How do I understand what topics to share? Who's my target audience? I said, well, let me create a chat guide for you all. So that was because my audience asked that of me, and I created it. Okay, so I want you to be intentional about listening to your audience and creating solutions. Tried 3 times about my digital marketing program, but I hadn't had anyone stay yet. Jackie, I said earlier, and I just posted, go back and look at my most recent post. Before you start selling people anything, you got to build that value. You got to spend that time on the value. So, I know many of you probably have digital products already. If you want to schedule a one-on-one with me, because we probably can talk through a specific business strategy for you. But again, what I do is give you free information here too. So it's up to you. If you want me to tailor the conversation towards what you're doing and how to support you. But at the end of the day, that value is important. Okay. So you got to build that rapport. You got to add value. So what I teach here is that for 30 days, if you're going live and you're talking to your audience, getting to know them, then you can still do this back end system stuff. You're doing your coursework for week 1 for your brand. Week 2, I want you to create your solution, your digital product, your physical product, consultations, whatever you're going to offer as your solution. Week 3, I want you to create your stand store. So you might have your products in there. You're going to add your products in there. You don't have to use Stand. Stand does have a 14-day trial. I do use it, but you might want to use Beacon, System.io, Shopify, or Etsy. Depends on what you're offering. But you're going to create that, add your products, and then add your back-end systems, your email flows, all the things that you need. And then week 4, you're launching. So what I just broke down to you is that if you're going live for the first 30 days and you're doing all this work in those first 30 days, you're not starting to sell into day 31. You got me? Because what you did in those first 30 days of going live is that you built that rapport. You added value. You build up that connection. You said, oh. You said, oh. So if you come out the gate trying to sell somebody's like, well, wait a minute. Who are you and what you talking about? Like, you got to be intentional about that. So you got to spend that time. And I know that's the hardest thing to do because you want to come out the gate saying, okay, here's what I have to offer you. And people are like, well, I don't know you yet. I don't know if I like you yet. I don't know if I trust you yet. I don't know if I believe you yet. I don't know if I want to support you yet. Okay. So that's just the real deal, quality over quantity. It is. It is. Yes, patience is key. It is. It is. Patience is key. Yeah. Yeah. So people got to know, like, and trust you. That's it. So when I say that, I know that's hard sometimes. That's hard. The hard work is just starting. You got to start. You got to start somewhere. You got to start connecting. Yes, build real connections. That's it. You got to. That's the hard part. And you got to figure out your algorithm. You got to figure out what's going on with TikTok. You got to figure out how to engage and press all these buttons. You got to figure out what do you tell people. You got to figure out your keywords. You got to figure out how to keep people to engage, get them to engage and stay in your room and talk to you. You got to do all that. You're doing that in those 30 days. You know, today, yes, I want to build real connections. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So you got to do that. That's the work. That's the work. So it can happen. You can do it. You just got to be patient with it too. Yeah. Um, Couple other things. The playbook. So that tells you the playbook. These are some private label right books for you. In this particular bundle, you get all of that information. You also get me. So people, I have 2 meetings today with people who I'm following up with that are in my group. I have an Instagram group chat that I put you in. That group is thriving. I got to look at the official numbers. I think we hit 150 in the group. Now, there's more people who got the bundle. Not everybody's in the group chat. But with that being said, it is a thriving community. People are connecting. People are sharing. People are exploring what other things they could be doing. People are supporting each other. People are encouraging each other. You said it's a blessing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah. And so that's what it's supposed to do. You don't feel like you have to do this alone. And so because of that, people will reach out to me and get in the DMs because I use Instagram. I love their format. I'm not a huge fan of Instagram as a social media platform. I like TikTok a lot better, but I love the group chat feature. I love the DM feature because I can send messages just like this. I send a voice memo. I welcome you. And then if you have a quick question, you can type it or you can verbalize it and we connect that way. Or we schedule a one-on-one. You're like, Dr. Lisa, I need to meet with you. And I meet with you. Like I said, I have 2 today. Okay. May I ask, how long did it take you to start your group? My group on Instagram started officially in February. Yep. Because what happened in February is that I started doing this earlier time slot. I realized to grow, you must invest in ourselves. That's it. I like to schedule one-on-one with you. Okay, Kay, go back. Let me start over. So this is the bundle. If you want the bundle, that's an option. If you want to schedule a one-on-one, let me walk you through really quickly how to get to me. Because I'm gonna get off in I'm gonna get off in 5 minutes. I'm gonna do 12:30. I need the bundle. So grab the bundle. I have it on sale now. So grab the bundle. And when you get the bundle, what I tell people to do is make sure you look at the emails from Stan and message me on Instagram. So send me a message on Instagram because that's how I add you to the group chat. And um, message me there so I know your real name. And I'm assuming it's Sharon, but if it's not the name that you have, oh, thanks for helping me. I'm guessing I'm guessing it takes 3 months. 3 months for 41. Let me know what you meant by that. Hi, how you doing, Shay Sprays? If you click my photo up here, it's going to show you my mini profile. Once you see my mini profile, this is for UK. So if you click my photo up here, it's going to show you my mini profile. Once you click my photo again, Sharon's my real name. Okay. Once you click my real name. Once you click my photo, it's going to take you to my profile. Okay. On my profile, thank you, friend. I see the Daily Heart Me. You are going to click my Stan Store. Okay. So this is my profile screen. You're going to click my Stan Store. At my Stan Store, you are going to scroll down, Sharon, Kay. And you're going to schedule a meeting. That's how you get my one-on-ones. So you're going to schedule a meeting with me there. And that's how you can see what appointments I have available. Like I said earlier, I had to block out some dates because I have a wedding that I'm going to, and I have to move my daughter out of her college dorm on Thursday. So I'm going to do my 10 o'clock. So I think I could commit to doing 10 for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, sorry, guys. I can commit to doing 10 for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and maybe even Mother's Day on Sunday. But I probably won't be able to do my 4 o'clocks for those days. And I blocked out my calendar for availability because of the afternoon time slots that I have. The wedding to go to, moving out my daughter, then there's Mother's Day. And so that's probably what's going to happen this particular weekend. So I won't be in the TikTok streets the way I normally am. But I am around, I message, I communicate, I schedule appointments. So you absolutely have access to me. Okay. So I am around. So really quickly, this is the bundle. It's $57 if you want to grab it now. I tell people, make sure you do the Instagram step, because what happens is people will not do that step all the time. And I don't know, I recognize not everybody wants to be in a group chat, which is fine, but um, it is where I can connect with you quickly. I can engage with you quickly. I can answer your questions. I can discern, like, hey, let's just schedule a meeting. This seems like a longer thing. I would love to meet with you and talk about it. Okay. I wish my internet connection was better right now. Oh, I see you got it. I'm going to sign up for a session. You're welcome, friend. Okay. And so we'll talk through it. And let me do my whole caveat on one-on-ones. I've been doing this long enough now. I know there's a couple things I want to make sure I kind of set the expectation. The one-on-one is for me to help brainstorm with you and support your business strategy, maybe to encourage you to get you started. If you are somebody who have products already and you're trying to figure out what to do, what next, I can share in more details. I guess I had one person that was like, well, I think they wanted me to do the work for them. I'm saying that because at the end of the day, you got to do the work. This is not easy work. I'm very honest and transparent about that. You got to know, you got to go and learn the courses. You got to learn what to do. You got to learn the process. People are not going to instantly come to your room. You said that's right. That's absolutely right. And so if you are looking for some type of magic wand thing that people think that Dr. Lisa can magically make everything happen for you, then that's not. I want to manage your expectations. That's not going to happen because that's not realistic. I want you to make sure that if you do this, you got to be ready to do the work. That's it. And so I'm not a person that encourages you to buy something and you're not going to do it, not going to use it. You don't see me being that way. I don't create this false narrative that all of a sudden you're going to have things happening. I will create the narrative that if you do the work, if you invest in this time, if you are consistent, it will pay off. Okay? It will pay off. How often should we go live in the first 30 days? 41. I say daily, friend. I'm going to be honest with you. I say daily. If you can create a schedule where you can go daily, at a time that you can commit to. And so a lot of people come back and say, what time should I go? What time of day? No, I always say it starts with you. It has to be a time you can commit to, because again, that consistency matters. And, Live Legion, she's the TikTok shop, found TikTok shop agency. She was on the last couple of days, Saturday and Sunday in my live. And she came to the 4 o'clock because she's promoting her agency. It's a new agency. And so there's several people. I didn't get a chance to talk about it doing this live. I'm going to talk about it at 4 a little bit more. But people are doing that. And she also co-signed, essentially, letting you know that at the end of the day, the algorithm is listening to you. When you talk about going live, whether it's TikTok or even YouTube, the algorithm listens to what you're saying. And essentially, you gain favor by being consistent, showing up, doing the work, being, again, I point to my watch and say, tick tock, tick tock. And so as you're doing that, it's going to start noticing that you are serious, that you are committed to this, that, okay, maybe I need to send more people in this room. Maybe I need to support this room even more because this person is showing me that they're trying to do this on a consistent basis. And I'm going to send in the right viewers. I'm going to make sure that the room is activated. Okay. So all that plays into it. Patricia, thank you so much, friend. And so that's where the consistency and it shows up in how you are supported. Um, it will, TikTok will support you in that way. I've been going consistently since January 1st. And in January 1st, so January, I started off doing my 4 o'clock only. February, I started my 10 o'clock. Okay. So February, I started my 10 o'clock. And then, February, I started my 10 o'clock and my 4 o'clock. So I still keep my 4 o'clock. And that's where I started really promoting my other services. Okay. So it really is a matter of you being consistent and you connecting with people. Okay. So hold on one second. I was looking at the time and a message popped up. Okay. So let's do this. This is the bundle. Teamwork. Appreciate your friends. I am about to leave shortly. How you doing with love, Bree? I appreciate you. Good morning, friend. How are you? Okay. So really quickly, if you buy the bundle, let me flip my camera one more time. If you buy the bundle, you're going to get this confirmation. I just want to make sure you guys got that information. Let me share this with you. This confirmation is where you get your links. These are all clickable links. These are all clickable links. These are your product links. You're going to get this. So once you pay and you purchase this, it's going to give you a screen that pops up and say, do you want to download this? You can download it then, but you also got an email that you can go back and get to. It tells you about going to my YouTube channel, because in my YouTube channel, I have a video where I click all of these links and I walk through all of this for you. And then I tell you to go to my Instagram channel where you can then sign up and get my be in my group chat. Thank you. I got on at 5 p.m., but I think I need to get on the morning too. Yes, friend. The morning is where I tell you my 10 o'clock is my level up. My 10 o'clock is where I give all the tea about making this an intentional approach to growing your community, how I can support you, how you can get, how do you understand how to get solutions for your audience. The 4 o'clock is my newbies. I kind of stay a little bit more focused on helping people change their mindset. But this is where I tell people, okay, now you need to level up. You need to think differently about this approach. If you're trying to make money, whether it's in the app money, because TikTok, you can make money. I have gotten to the point where TikTok, between subscriptions and people who come back and support my page and come to my lives every day, I think my average for the month of April, I got $1,000 from TikTok. I think it's a little bit over 1,000. We'll see what happens in this month of May. And so it may be closer to like 1,200, maybe even 1,500, depending on how things evolve. It started off where my first month was only, you said, wow, yeah. So that's passive from TikTok, just going live consistently. And then the other people I support through the bundle and the other services is additional passive income. So what I'm telling you, if you show up and do it consistently and you get the right coaching and support, you could be successful. You said that's amazing. It is. And I tell no lies. And you guys, I want you to be successful, but you got to do the work. You got to show up. You got to make sure you're showing up daily. You got to make sure you're building your community. Okay. And if you're authentic and people, get to know, like, and trust you, they will support you. Okay. So really quickly, these are the clickable links. So you get the clickable links, go in and know that I have a YouTube video in there where I review all this. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you. I also have Instagram group chat, so you can get access to that. Again, I want to make sure you guys have all you need to get started. A lot of times people don't have the right solution. So this is going to teach you how to create the right solution for your audience. Okay. Look at you, friend. Thank you so much. With the marvelous confetti. Um, and so I'm meeting with somebody, so I'm gonna have to get off any minute now. I don't want to be late. But essentially, I'm just gonna show you this real quick. I'm gonna click a couple of links. Patricia, how you doing? Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Hopefully that was encouraging. I just want to make sure you guys understand it's not easy. I don't ever say it's easy, but it is consistent. Amaria, how are you? Oh, Amaria, did you get the bundle? I know you subscribed to my channel on Instagram. I was about to say YouTube. Yes, it was encouraging. You're welcome, friend. Um, did you get the bundle? Because I need to go back. People will subscribe to my channel, and I'm never. Sometimes they don't send a message, so I just assume they just wanted to follow the channel, the page, the Instagram page, and that's fine. But I want to add you to the group chat if you are somebody who purchased. So if you bought the bundle before and you're not in the group chat yet, and you're like, Dr. Lisa, why did you add me? Send me a message of the name you purchased under, and I will add you. Okay. So I have to give that disclaimer because I'm missing quite a few people, and I know people will buy and they just don't take that step to get in the group chat. Okay. Good morning, Dee Dee. How are you, friend? And so I want to make sure I get you added. But yeah, this is the it's a 112 presentation, 112 page presentation. This is essentially the that was the master resale rights. This is the audio and video telling you about um digital marketing and just understanding the business model. MJ, how are you, friend? I appreciate you with all the likes. And it's going to start off with mindset. Then it goes into the products. So the different way to create products. So I want you to understand this business model is not just about, oh, I'm selling a course and reselling a course to sell a course, because that model is out there and it's fine, but there's so many other facets to it. Like I said, being an affiliate, getting brand deals, understanding how to create other solutions for your audience. Okay. Consultations, marketing yourself, branding yourself. And so this is going to be your branding masterclass. So it's going to talk to you very much about how to brand yourself effectively. And I tell you, all this is in the free version. You need the free version of Canva. So it's going to teach you all about leveraging Canva to create your brand. And so this is a 35-minute course. I don't want you to do all this in one day. What I encourage you to do is, though, get it done. Do week 1, these 3 courses, okay? The next one is the Canva Mastery. And so again, this course is here for you. How you doing, Cindy Lou? I appreciate your friend. This course is here for you. This is 2 hours and 5 minutes. Oh, Canva is free. Yes, Canva is free. They do have a pro version. I use the pro version. I'm going to tell you now, the pro version is where it's at. So if you really want to have more features and more templates and things that you can leverage, you need the pro version. And they're updating the pro version to have a lot of AI integration. So honestly, when everything's said and done, you won't even need to design anything. You just need to know how to write a good prompt for it to design it for you. The free version, though, you can use. And honestly, if you want to resell this bundle, you need the pro version because you need to be able to have some of the features like edit template. You don't have that feature with the yes, the pro is awesome. Yep. Inspired. Yeah, like Canva Pro. Yep, that's it. So you won't be able to do an editable template, which is what you need to be able to send it out to somebody to rebrand their package. This is the playbook. So I tell people all the time, if you got the bundle, you could cheat and go just to the playbook and go through what do you need to do over the next 30 days. I tell you don't do that. Do the mini courses. The mini course is going to give you the foundation. It's going to help you understand conceptually what are you trying to achieve. Okay. And I tell you to break it up. Maybe you do 45 minutes one day of studying, 45 the next, 45 the next, 45 the next. You break it up over the 7 days. But really, this is where I tell you, this is the breakdown. Week 1, I want you to brand yourself. Week 2, I want you to create your product. Week 3, I want you to do your storefront. And week 4, I want you to launch. That's the playbook. Okay. So if you are going live that entire time, you're learning about your community through your lives. You are building that know, like, and trust. You are showing up. People are supporting you. All that matters. Okay. So that's how you do it. And then you have what's called the private label rights books. And these are all your books. These are what you can use to If you saw a book in here and you're like, oh, that's a great product, I could use that as my freebie, or I could use that as a for sale product, these are 100% yours. These are 46 books. Okay. So these are clickable links. The chat guide is really great. You want to get used to using Chat GPT or any of the AI. If somebody's telling you not to use it, then I'm going to tell you right now, you need to listen to somebody else, get a new friend, get a new person in your life, because at the end of the day, the AI is where it's at. And I'm going to tell you right now, they don't know how to use it. Okay. So you want to learn how to use this and use it effectively, because it's going to help you with so much of your problem solving and generating the right solutions. Vicky, thank you so much. Y'all laughing with love. Yeah, you need to get a new friend. You need to get a new friend. If they're telling you don't use it, come up with your no, then you telling me wrong, and I'm gonna tell you to your face. Uh-oh, my battery's gonna die too. I'm gonna tell you to your face, you're wrong for staring me off. I clicked to some of these because it gives you prompts. And the prompts is where it's at. You need to know how to leverage prompts, okay? And leverage prompts so that you can then infuse and integrate your own personalization. But the initial prompt is what's going to help you, okay? So you want to know how to leverage prompts. So there are so many great prompts out there. And so that's what's happening with and then this book, this is 5 pages of clickable links. So I share this with you because I don't want you to feel like you're on your own on this, but there's a lot of great information in here. So it tells you how to use Midjourney as a beginner guide for YouTube. There's a Instagram guide. There's some stuff on product ideas, content ideas, um, email marketing, because that's a strategy. You want to do that. Wow, we won't be reviewing this afternoon. I'm at work. Are you friend? Awesome, Dee Dee. I appreciate you. Dee Dee, did you buy? I need to do better. You know what I'm going to add? I need to add a question on my checkout page that says, what are your TikTok names? Because I have people who you guys buy under your legal name, and then your TikTok name is different, and then your Instagram name is different. So I apologize, friend. If you got this already, let me know if you got it. And then if you did get this and you're not in my Instagram group chat, let me know that too. So I know how to support. And if you're gonna get it, today is the day to get it, because it has the sell for $57. So that's when I do it in this live only, and then I take it back to the normal price. And I'll tell you right now, there's people who have not bought it on sale, which is not too which is their bad, because they really should get it on sale. I didn't get this. Oh, you got to get this, friend. Okay, so here's the investment. Here's the print on demand. You have the ultimate vendors list if that's something you want to do, and then you have all these niche ideas for product ideas. Okay, all of these product ideas is here for you. Okay. So let me do this. I'm not going to click anymore because I do need to get off, because I got to get to my meeting. I just realized it is 12:44 and I need to get going. But I appreciate you all so much. So if you want to grab that, it will be there for you for the next. I'll probably keep it up for people to get until about 2 o'clock. I usually do that. So 2 o'clock, I don't have a 2 o'clock meeting. So after I get off my 1 o'clock, I'll change the price back so you can grab it. You said 4 o'clock? What is it? I will try to buy today. Okay. Thanks, Didi. You said 4 p.m. Vicky, what you mean, friend? 4 p.m. is my live. I'm doing my 4 o'clock today. I'm doing my 4 o'clock today, Tuesday and Wednesday. Next live, yes, 4 p.m. Yep. So I'm going to do it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday, I know I'm not going to be able to do. Friday, I know I'm not going to be able to do. Saturday, no. Sunday, maybe. Maybe Sunday, but it's Mother's Day, so I probably won't do it. My kids, they spend Mother's Day with me. You know, I have the adult one, and then I have the toddler. I say toddler. He's a preschooler. I have to give him his credit. He's 5 now. So I probably won't come back on Mother's Day, because it just depends. We do dinner, we do our early dinner, so we might be out by 4 o'clock. So I probably won't be able to come back. So you won't see me at 4 o'clock Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes, I'm gonna miss y'all too. I really do miss y'all, for real, for real, for real. Like, I'll probably try to do my 10 o'clock just so I have a little bit of time interaction. But I probably won't be able to do my 4s. I think that's what's going to end up happening. Every 4 o'clock, there's a conflict. I got to move my daughter out of her dorm on Thursday. And then we have the wedding rehearsal on Friday. And then there's the wedding on Friday. It's an afternoon wedding. The wedding starts at 3:30, so I know I won't be here at 4. And then Mother's Day is Sunday. So I know I'll probably do my 10 o'clock, though. I'll probably wake up and come here and say hello. All right, friends, let me let you all go because I've been chatting up something. So let me let you go. And great plans, though. I appreciate your friends. And I'll connect with you guys at 4. And feel free to DM if you have any questions. I'm totally accessible. So I appreciate you all. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, YouTube. I appreciate you all sitting with me. You all are awesome. Thank you for coming over. Make sure you go to my short if you haven't done that. Comment there, like, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And I will do the same for you. I need to sit down because I have about 10 people I need to do it for now. I don't like getting it too far away from me. So I try to stay on top of that. So I'm going to do that. I appreciate you all so much. And feel free to leave messages, connect with Yes Michelle Crochets. She is awesome. She's going to help you in terms of your YouTube journey. And so that way you are getting support as well from her. All right, friends, take care. Bye-bye.